And hello everyone, and welcome to week 3 of our Blades in the Dark campaign. I am James CORP, your hostess with your mostess. I'd like saying that, I don't know why. I think I got it from somewhere, but anyway. Hi, and yeah, as you can see, we're missing a few players. That's because Jay Wall is in Amsterdam with Michelle running around Amsterdam. Hopefully he's been made to get absolutely stoned off his trolley in the old cafes. That's what I hope. Anyway, it better be. And I've asked for pictures because I want to see pictures. So, hi everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the table, get people to introduce themselves and their characters. Then we'll go to Monty. Monty then can introduce himself, and then we can figure out what we're going to be doing for today. Alright. So obviously I'm James Corp. I'm playing Samuel Magpie Garrett. He is a lurk, and he's very family orientated and a little bit of a pacifist. Fox?
Hello, I'm Fox. I'm playing Meredith Blackwood, otherwise known as Raven. She is a whisper and likes to play around with ghosts quite a lot. In fact, when things get a little bit rough, she likes to, she lets a ghost possess her and kind of screams at herself through the ghost. So that's a thing that happens. I guess she's a little bit of a pacifist as well, but she's not afraid to get her hands dirty if she has to.
Max?
Hi, I'm Max or Kisol, and I'm playing Gale Redtooth. It's read as Gale or Gale, and he has done many bad things in the past and is ready to do much, much worse. That's him, all right. Not exactly a pacifist.
He's kind of the muscle of the group.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, you very much are the muscle of the group. There's no kinda about it.
Yep. Haven't taken any Rage Essence vials as of yet.
And last but not least, our GM. Is it a GM? Are you GMing this, or is it MC? Is it supposed to be MC?
Yeah, I'll take either. I mean,
what is it in the book?
I don't know actually.
Is it GM? I think it might be GM. I think that's how they had it on there. Because I haven't actually. Yeah, I think it must be GM. I've got the book back behind me.
Yes, it is GM. Yeah.
Right then, okay. Monty or Dark Liquid or whatever he likes to be called. Yeah. Dandelion.
Yeah, Monty will do. So, yep, I'll be GMing and inflicting the various dangers of Duskwall on our hapless trio here. So, we'll see what happens.
Cool. Who wanted to recap last week?
I vote you.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks. Sure. All right. So I forgot how did we pick up this job? Oh, my police contact. We got it through my police contact, didn't we? The blue coat. He approached me and said that I forget what gang it was, but one of the gangs was basically they were going
Red Sash.
The Red Sashes, yeah. They were going out to attack someone, but so while they were down, one of their warehouses was sort of like left wide open for the pickings. So we decided to go there and fucking take shit. We spent a little bit too long planning, so we'll have to skip that a bit more and just actually do it, and then make up shit as we go along to. Like, pretend that we've actually planned what we're doing, like pretend that we know what we're doing. And basically, we successfully got a load of the supplies. We found a boat. Basically, it was on a dock, and we found that there was a underwater canal system that connected somewhere, but it wasn't big enough for us all to get on it. So 3 of our crew got on the boat with the supplies that we've stolen. So they sailed off up the tunnel, and then myself and Max or Galen Redtooth we had to get back out. Some guys from the Crows turned up, looking to start a fight with whoever was here, and we need to get out without engaging them. So I fired a pistol because Redtooth wanted to go butcher one of them, I think, and I fired a pistol to wake the 4 sleeping people upstairs up, so that they were alerted that someone was in their in this warehouse, and then we fucking booked it. Got shot at, but we managed to do our saving throws, and we got away scot-free, more or less. I think pretty much, and we didn't harm anyone. We were very. We just knocked them all out and put them in comas for the rest of their life. Surely murder, but I'm not sure how that works.
He's technically alive.
Yeah. As long as
they're
nobody
technically
dies.
living.
Yeah.
If somebody doesn't feed him, probably for the next 2 weeks, but he's alive.
Yeah. As long as you didn't explicitly kill them, then the spirit wardens aren't going to get alerted by people dying and coming to look around at what's happened. So, yep. Permanent comas. Totally legit tactic.
What else did we get done?
We
Was it-
finished the research on making the drugs.
No, you were
The-
one segment off.
Yeah,
Are
we're
we
one
one
s-
segment off? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, we're one segment of. We should have that finished hopefully by today.
yes.
Hopefully, if it all goes to plan. But yeah, I think that's about it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you managed to pay off a bunch of debts and stuff, like the money that you owed Ulf.
Oh yeah, we paid that off.
You paid that Ulf.
So
paid
Ulf's no longer coming
Paid
to
that
tea.
Alf.
Yeah.
Yep, we paid that Alf.
But but in exchange for the tip off about the red sashes, we need to get Ulf to step down.
Yeah,
Be-
stop being so aggressive.
which is going to be fun to try and do.
I'm gonna have to take some muscle with me, I think.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, his whatever.
He's basically like the Hulk, but not green.
Yeah, he's clearly suffered from a couple of mutations, at least if his unnaturally bulbous muscles or anything to indicate. So
Scotland. Is it Scotland?
yeah,
he's
Scotland.
a Scotlander like you.
Yeah.
Right. So, what are we doing? How do we start? What do we do?
Well, it's up to you. Is there anything that anyone wants to be doing in particular?
Well, I'm going to let everyone else go because I've already decided what I'm going to do.
Why don't you tell the audience? I have no idea what I want to do.
Well, like I said, we've got that Olaf needs to be silenced at least for a while, so I need to do that, and I was hopefully going to take Redtooth with me to try and get, try and at least help persuade Olaf to back down a bit.
Persuade.
And because we're both, well, but then we've got back 2 avenues. We've got a way of actually trying to persuade him not to, and then we've got the other way of if we have to
Him not to.
we can try and make him not to.
Yeah, I mean, he's on reasonably good terms with you at the moment. You you paid him off. He got what he was expecting from you, and this whole tea thing went well. So he thinks you're reasonably on side Magpie. So it depends how you want to leverage that relationship.
Well, I just want to. I just want to talk to him and go. Look, you need to back off a little because it's garnering too much heat for yourself,
You're drawing too much attention.
and you need to we need you to if you to just sort of chill it for a moment, for a little bit. Just try not to be so overextend yourself, I guess will be what I'm going to be trying to say.
Yeah, it's I mean, it kind of sounds like you want to start up a score, like to effectively be a, and it's like maybe like a deception score almost, because effectively, or it's a social score, because it sounds like basically you want to just go up to with the goal of convincing him to follow a certain course of action.
Yeah. Is it a score?
Yeah. I mean, that is a score. I mean, we can jump straight into doing a score if you want, to try and achieve this, because that's how it feels. Unless you want to kind of
Oh, I'm scared.
yeah.
I'm scared of the ones. But sure, unless someone else wants to do something before. Is it a score? Is it a score of just one then? Would it just be literally me doing the score?
If you want to be the only person who's involved, then sure. I mean, you like other people can join in retroactively anyway, so it's you can be the one person who instigates it and then flash back to have other people waiting.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
So-
Let's see what happens, shall we?
Okay, cool. So yeah, so it's a social engagement. So I guess what's the detail that you're using in this case? I mean, the obvious one seems like it's Ulf. You've got a direct social connection with him.
Yes.
So that's how you're getting your in, is that you've done work with him before. He's met your family.
He's even come
Yeah.
round for tea.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So in this case, so I guess we'll do an engagement roll to see where we end up. So yeah, so I mean, you're going to try. Yeah, I guess the basic plan is to meet up with him, try and convince him, get him on side to not be so aggressive.
Yes, that's the goal.
Okay, cool. So is this operation particularly bold or daring?
Not really.
I mean, he's a higher tier. Like, you are meeting alone with the leader of a higher tier gang.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds pretty bold. And the plan is to make him back down and stop, causing trouble for people. That sounds kind of bold to me. It's like,
All right.
Bit.
Let's see. Is it overly complex or contingent on many factors? Well, really, you're just going to have a conversation. So it sounds pretty simple to me. It may get complicated later, but we'll find out. So does the plan's detail expose any vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I would say no. I mean, you're going to speak to him on his terms, pretty much. So if anything, he's probably in a stronger position than you are. So we'll knock a dice off for that. Can any of your friends or contacts provide any insight or aid for this operation? Well, that's...
Marlene is a pugilist, which is my friend.
I
Yeah,
don't
but-
think a demon's going to help in this situation.
I mean, it'll help achieve certain results, probably not necessarily ones that you want.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if it escalates to we need to scare the shit out of him, maybe it would be useful.
I think Marlene would be able to help. He seems like the kind of guy who'd respect strength.
Mhm.
So it's not like he'd be less willing to see us as cowards for wanting him to back down and to make himself look like a coward by association, and instead think that we're just being smart and cunning, not cowardly and weak.
Okay, yeah. So how are you going to use this contact to provide you some kind of insight or option? Because I mean, you just knowing O isn't going to necessarily get him on side per se, but if he knows, what is it you're using her for? Are you going to get her to beat up some of his guys? Are you going to just get her to come with you as extra muscle to kind of show that actually we're not some guys that can just be intimidated. We've got stuff to back it up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like the idea. I wasn't sure if I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, is that something you want to do, Magpie? You want to involve both Gale and his contact, and come up with a couple of heavies with you to kind of show him that you're not some pushover.
No, because I don't want to. Because I reckon that could be bad. I reckon that could change the entire. That could change the entire. The point of the meeting. The point of the meeting is just. It's not a warning. It's just literally like, look, we need. I've been asked by however I'm going to approach this, but I don't know if we want to go. I don't know if I want to go massively heavy-handed into this.
Yeah. But you can always involve them later. It just means for the engagement role, you're not going to get a bonus if you're not going to use them now. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So no bonus. Are there any enemies or rivals that are interfering in the operation? Are there? I don't think so. Not really. No.
I could. I know this is. I know already. Darmot, the blue coat, who actually asked me, he could potentially provide me with some sort of letter or something.
What are you thinking of?
Well, like basically a letter from the blue coats going, look, we understand you blah 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 doing this, but we need you just to back off for a moment, just so that things don't go too tits up. Well, with some sort of diplomatic letter information in there.
Right. So you're hoping that Dharma can provide you some kind of effectively official note from the Bluecoats.
Yes.
Saying that we'll make a deal with you and we'll lay off you guys or something like that if you just lay low for a little bit.
Concern, do we want him to know that we are in cohorts with the Bluecoats though?
Who cares?
Well, this is my contact, so it's not the why am I saying tribe? It's not the
gang.
It's not the gang that has got a friend in the Bluecoats.
Yeah, but we'll all see it that way.
Well, I guess
drug dealers.
Well, these are. Well, I guess the.
Well, we'll find out with the engagement role, won't we?
Yes.
So, but first, I think you'll probably we'll do a quick action roll to see how well you can act, because this is kind of like a gather information type thing to set this up. So we'll go do a roll first to see whether Darlo can actually deliver on guessing you something.
Right. Okay.
He's already done a couple of favors for you. He might not be able to pull this off.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess. I mean, given that Darmot's already asking you to do something for him because of favors that already exist.
Yeah.
We'll say it's risky. It's probably limited effect because I don't think he's going to be able to pull off anything official, but he might be able to.
What's it going to be on, by the way?
Property consort. Since you're talking with
Okay, it's going to be risky. You said, yeah.
Yeah, risky, limited effect.
Limited effect. Okay. Bonus dice. Oh my god. Fuck. Because I've only got one dice in it. I'm not very good at this.
Does muscle help?
No, muscle won't help.
Would a pretty lady help?
That's so arrogant.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you might make him more inclined to put an effort in if there's there's a pretty lady involved. Yeah, if you're going to try and seduce him, yeah.
I mean, I don't even need to go as far as trying to seduce him. Like, just getting his hopes up would be good enough.
Yeah, so you're not like straight up actually seducing him, but you're kind of
just a casual flirting.
There's a chance.
Let him think that there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on whether he's into Taikurosi. Is there?
I mean, as far as most Taikurosi go, she's not that weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, sure, you can have a bonus dice for it, and we'll see how it pans out. If it doesn't pan out well, we probably know what's happening. Yes, we already know why.
And I will take a stress for assisting.
Thanks.
Cool.
No worries.
I don't know if I want to stress myself out for this. To give myself a third dice.
This is all because you didn't want to go for violence.
Yes, because I'm a pacifist.
I give you a devil's bargain.
What's the devil's bargain?
I give you a dice, but there's a guaranteed complication in the future.
Fuck.
Don't.
No, not yet.
My job is to create trouble. Your
All
job
right,
is to stay clear of trouble.
Fuck it. I'm gonna spend two stress and bump myself up to 2 dice. Off.
It's not bad. It's not bad. So you got a 5 on a risky. So you're going to suffer a complication.
Okay.
So yeah. So he manages to. Yeah, he goes. Well, okay, like I'll talk to the higher up, see if I can get something. Something official, and he goes away and he comes back, and he he comes back with like a letter basically on the blue coast that says it straight up says that you need to stop. You need to back down and go quiet for a few days, because otherwise it's not going to just be the it's not going to just like the whole of Coleridge is going to be in trouble, including you. We can't stay uninvolved for much longer.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that, but it's worded in such a way that it's quite confrontational. It's like, you're going to do what we tell you to, and you're going to like it. Otherwise, we're going. There's going to be trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So you've kind of got a. So you've got a letter, but it's not in a tone that
I was hoping
Ulf's probably going to like. No,
that's all right.
But it does prove what's happening. So we'll give you your bonus dice in terms of like the limited effect to your engagement roll, but it's not going to necessarily go down well. It's probably going to cause a complication. So.
Cool. So do I need to hit roll engagement? Yeah.
Yep.
So what's my number of dice? What does that mean?
Right. So we went through a couple of things, didn't we? We said it's particularly bold, so you get a bonus dice, but it's also against the target's kind of strong against this particular kind of approach, so you lose a dice. But you haven't got any friends of contact or enemies in dealing with it. But you did get the extra thing, the letter.
Mm-hmm.
So also, then again, you're also a lower tier, and you're going from a position of weakness to a guy who's got a reasonably strong hold on what he's got at the moment.
Right.
So we'll probably say there's zero bonus dice involved.
All right.
So you get 1 dice for just sheer luck.
Okay.
So it's be rolling at 1 dice basically.
All right. Ah!
Oh my god. Okay, so we cut to the scene of like you're sat there, like in the same room you met him the first time, by yourself. He's got his heavies with him, and his neck is bulging. His face is red as he looks at this letter and tears it up in front of you. And he goes, "You fucking come to me with this? It's like this bullshit. That's like, who the fuck do you think you are?"
I'll just sit there calmly and go, "Well, I was just letting you know that that's what the plan. That's what I've heard on the street, and if you don't want to have everyone come down upon you, then fine."
It's like, he like throws the like ripped up remainder letter in your face, and he goes, "No, I'm telling you what's going to happen. We worked together before. You did a good job. We're going to work together again. No blue coat motherfuckers pushing Micro around. We're taking them." It's like, you know how to sneak into places. I heard what you did with the red sashes. We're gonna have a little operation of our own. We're gonna burn down the local bluecoats city watch building. That'll turn. We'll see how much they can show their faces around here when they're crawling out the ashes. And you're the one who's going to plant. You and your crew are the one that's going to plant the bomb.
No, we're not.
Yeah, yeah. If his net could actually bulge more, it would. But he's. Yeah, he almost doesn't even hear you. He almost doesn't register that you say no for a start, and he starts talking to his boys, and he just goes like, "You get on it." And then he turns around. It's like as he suddenly like realizes what you said. And he said, "You what?"
You heard.
Okay.
I think that this is like when I think Gel is going to appear from the doorway or something, because he was nearby, just wasn't interacting. And he says, "You don't have enough money in Scotland."
Yeah.
His accuracy isn't very good.
Yeah. He turns to you and seeing a fellow Scotlander, he doesn't immediately try and destroy you, considering how angry he is at the moment. He goes, "How much coin are we talking about to make this happen?"
20.
Like he just he straight up laughs in your face, like, you know. So it's like, you are taking a piss. 20.
No, I've done this shit before. It's bloody fucking work. Did you fight in the war?
He did in fact fight in the war, yes.
Did you ever do this sort of shit?
Kind of feels like you're calling him out.
Yeah, because then I'm gonna like escalate things further.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. In this case, I mean,
into like being like, you wouldn't do this yourself. Why the fuck are you like trying to use us as dogs?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, kind of. Does this need a roll? No, I don't think it needs a roll yet. We're still we haven't got to the point where there's like an actual conversation. Right? He goes, "No, I did some shit." He says, "Yeah."
Then you know, most people would sell their mothers not to have to do this sort of shit. And you think my mother is less than 20 coins?
Okay. Like, yeah. Okay. Okay. I see where you're going.
Like he's walking slowly and angrily towards the guy.
Yeah.
Like offended that he even mentioned like that as a job, and for anything less than 20 coins.
Yeah. I mean. Okay. So. Yeah. This sounds like it's a sway at this point or something, right? It's like you're basically kind of trying to convince him to. Like you're leveraging kind of like your family as a.
Wow, he's going to invite himself round for tea.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, in fact, I'd say, given the fact that he's been round to yours for tea, that's almost like a bonus dice into the situation straight off, because he's aware that he's dealing with Scotland, which he knows have family in the city at this point, and you've just invoked family, right? So. So yeah, I mean, you're trying to get him to sort of back down and at least consider like this offer. Yeah, do you want to when we sway on that, or
who's doing sway?
I think it's me.
Yeah, big so.
Do you have sway?
No.
Or I mean, or do you feel like it's more kind of an intimidation thing? I mean, you know, you're trying to kind of, you know, you're stepping. I mean, like you pitched to me. How are you going about this? Yeah.
I'd say it's more of a threat, because are you trying to tell me that my mother is worth shit?
Yeah, there's definitely like an unspoken threats of like, I will fuck you up if you like, insult my family type thing. Yeah,
Unless
I'm
you
like-
backpedal, you're gonna get your ass beat.
yeah.
I'm out neck bulging him essentially.
It's a bulge off. It's like,
Never say that again.
Hashtag. New
bulge
hashtag.
off.
Check it to bulge
off.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you're kind of facing up against him. You said this, and you're trying to sort of intimidate him down into at least kind of consider. Let's say, I mean, he's in a strong location. He's got his allies with him. He knows he's a bigger deal than you guys are. And frankly, the offer is kind of outrageously large. So it's like, I'm going to say it's limited effect. And he's probably desperate for limited effect in this point because you're straight up like you're in a situation where he's got a lot of advantages.
Can I assist him?
Actually, no, yeah, I will say that actually with your family connection, we'll bump it up to standard effect because you've kind of tugged on the old family heartstrings there. But yes, you can help him. How are you going to assist?
Well, I'm going to mention my family as well and go, what happens if this fire spreads and burns out my fucking family out of their house? These walls aren't, these buildings aren't particularly designed to stand against fire. Do you know what I mean? If it gets out of hand, we could end up with like dozens of
Casualties.
Scolovians, like fucking homeless
And Scovladder casualties.
and casualties. Yeah, good, cool. And then suddenly, Meredith or Raven suddenly has a ghost of a Scovlander standing there and going, "Oh yeah, I burnt in the fire once."
Just pull out the think of the Scovlander children.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can. See if you want to burn some stress and throw in an extra die as well for that. Okay, yeah, make me an action roll, and let's see how this.
That noise is
goes.
the bulginess. That's
Yeah.
the bulginess.
Yeah.
That's the bulge
Two
off.
bonus dice then, right?
So you got the bonus dice from the assist, and I've given you bonus effect for the previous setup of what about my family type stuff. So,
So one bonus dice.
yeah, one bonus dice, and we're doing desperate standard effect.
I'm gonna push myself. F it.
Nice. So yeah, you're pushing yourself for increased effort. Nice. Okay.
I'll get another dice because I don't want to fail this.
Okay. You could go for.
I'm already
Going
at
for
fucking
dice.
7 fucking. Is it 2, 4? No, I'm already at 6 fucking stress. Fuck me.
No, I'll push for effect instead. 'Cause,
Okay.
I don't care if this comes to a fight. I just want to. I said desperate standard then.
Yeah, desperate standard. Yeah.
When extra dice.
Yeah.
5. At least
Yeah.
it's a 5.
Oh wait, did you say you were pushing for effect? Not you're pushing additional effect, and that actually
Yeah.
makes it great because we'd already pushed it to standard because of the setup from Magpie. So pushing effect up again, it makes it great. So okay, nice. So
I guess
yeah,
I do get 20 coins.
yeah. So yeah, you do it, but there's going to be a serious complication involved. So yeah, he cracks his knuckles and sort of stands there and calms himself down for a bit, and he goes, "If it's going to make these blue coats pay for their balls to tell me what to do, then I guess 20 coins it is, but it's going to take some time to get that. But if you want to, you can have your 20 coins, but you're going to have to take it for yourself. I can set you up with some advantages, but I don't have that kind of cash laying around. not. And he's so,
You can see my face. Yeah.
yeah, and
I'm doing
the
it on purpose.
so he says he says, you help with this, I'll make things right, but it's going to take some time.
20 coins.
Yeah.
20 coins. We can pay them. If it comes to it, we can pay off the blue coats. We burn it down, we can pay them off. Or we just pin the blame completely on Olaf so that they go after him anyway.
Yeah. I mean, for a start, he says, you're doing this. Anything you want to take from the blue coats place, it's yours. And then he says, and when it's done, I can give you a stash of 12 coin, but the rest of it's going to be up to you. But I've got some. Yeah, I've got some serious intel.
Get us if you can get some, and also if you can get some ghost
spirit essence.
Spirit essence. If you know to get some more spirit essence. Spirit essence.
That's the name of the drug.
He says he can get his boys on that to try and round you some up. So he says basically he'll give you 12 coin. He'll give you some intel on some futures to help you do some future scores. That's some properly choice info he's been sitting on himself. And yeah, it'll get you some spirit essence as well. But then that's the best he can do. Right.
Is 20 coins a lot of money?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
Mankind says, can't help that he's pissed for. Sound good?
Yeah, I mean, for Ulf, that's probably the large majority of what his holdings are for the gang at the moment, because he's only a small tier gang. So for him to even have 12 was pretty impressive. So so that he's pretty hot shit. At least as far as your level, the level you're operating at, it's comparatively he's doing pretty well. So it sounds like a pretty, well, it's up to you. I mean, it sounds like a fairly good offer.
I'm being a hard ass, but I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. Yeah, you got a deal. You need to give us some time to get this sorted out, because this is the blue coats we're going up against, not just
any old
game. Let's be frank about it.
Yeah, the blue coats tier 2, so it's
Oh, they're only slightly better than us then.
Yeah, they're one above Ulf, which is why he doesn't feel too intimidated about going after them, and also because he's a hothead anyway. But against you, that's whole 2 tiers above you. But that just makes the reward that much sweeter when it pays off, right? So
we can pin it on him, can't we?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Right. Or you can try whatever you want.
How exactly?
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's pretty much score over. So we'll jump straight to the
Oh my god.
I mean, we'll jump straight to the payoff and stuff. So
you might want to change. Olaf needs to be silenced at least for a while. That might need to change or something.
Yeah, well, nothing's happened yet, but there's a good chance that someone wanting that to happen is going to become much more urgent than it currently is. Especially if you pin things on it. So we'll do payoff. So, I mean, I guess you're trying to keep this on the down low. You're not blabbing on how you managed to get a great deal over on Ulf.
No,
anyway.
I don't think so. No,
that would be dumb.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not going to get any rep from this. you haven't got any coin yet. Like, he's going to pay you after, like on delivery. That's again part of the complication. Like, you get what you want, but he's holding his cards to close to his chest.
Right, yep.
Yeah. I mean, you can, if you wanted to try and negotiate on that, you can, but it might push things worse. So it's up to you. I mean, do you want to?
Oh.
What?
I think.
Yeah, Monty
he's-
kind of died.
Does he cut
Oh
out?
dear. Yeah, he just disappeared.
He's either really good at playing the, I don't know how you call it in English, but the game where you're like standing still, or his connection's
I think we called it Stuck in the Mud, don't we? Is that the game?
Stuck in the mud or musical statues.
We call it a very different thing, but yeah, it's like the monkey game or something.
Just bear with us, everyone. We've got a bit of a technical issue, so so we'll be back in a moment. And we're back. Hi.
Hello.
Right.
Again.
So we got what we doing? We're doing like the end roll, aren't we? I think. What was we discussing before you went?
Yeah, before I was rudely disconnected from the internet for my dog. We were discussing whether you wanted to try and push for some upfront payment, which I mean, I guess is kind of more of a resistance roll to the consequence, really, or whether you just wanted to leave things and take the offer that was made.
I'm fine with the offer that was made. Like, I'm not particularly like, oh my god, you're like taking us for cheap whores or something. No, I think it was pretty reasonable. I was making a deliberately high initial offer so that I could like lower it later.
Yeah.
20 coin for a tier 0 crew. Like, what we're doing is quite the thing. But
It's not 20 coin things. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the great effect is what sold that, really. It's cool. Yeah, if nobody's arguing, we'll go straight to the payoff then. So
Okay.
we already established that you're being as silent as possible. So we're going to go 0 rep. Got no coin up front. You don't have any bosses or anything that are pushing for you to contribute or anything like that at the moment, so you're fine there. Heat, pretty smooth and quiet, really. No one knows what's happening. Nothing. So 0 heat for that, I think. So I guess we go straight to the entanglements. So your
God.
crew currently has some heat, I believe. So.
No, because I got rid of it all.
Oh, you got rid of all of it, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're on 0 heat. So I guess let's make a it's 1d per wanted level. You don't have a wanted level, so I guess we'll be rolling on 0 dice. So 0 dice on the entanglement roll. If somebody wants to take that on.
Is that an How do I do an entanglement roll then?
If there isn't a specific button for it, then just roll a fortune roll.
Yeah.
Number of dice 0.
Yes.
Notes. What does notes mean? I don't know what that means.
It's just for you to put notes about the roll, so you don't really need it.
Oh fuck.
There you say, so I'll take the lowest result. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're both the same in this case. So there's okay.
Oh fuck.
So
That wasn't a good laugh.
so
What
since
have
you
you done
don't
to me?
since you don't have a gang, there's no sense in doing this. So the blue coats are probably going to pick someone up that you know and ask them about stuff.
Right.
I know exactly who.
Okay, yeah. Give me.
Who were we talking to? It's so much better. We're gonna blow the station up with him in it. Possibly. We could rescue
They did the
him,
same to him last time, poor bastard.
No, I think they're talking about Olaf.
By the way, we could also rescue him and be like, extra 8 coins, please. If not, you're staying here while it's gonna blow up.
It's going to be probably more likely someone who's got a more like direct connections to crew, so like one of your contacts or enemies potentially, or maybe someone's vice purveyor or something like that.
Well, I guess then the logical would be the blue coat contact that I've got.
Okay, yeah.
I said, poor bastard got picked up last time.
Yeah.
Did he get picked up last time?
Yep.
Yeah, he kind of got
getting picked up.
Yeah, people knew, like, you know, it was known that he was doing some dealings, like, that weren't approved by the upper higher ups. Or that he'd done some personal side deals rather than working with the rest of his blue coats buddies. And yeah, it's happened again. In fact, given that it's happened a couple of times now, it's going to probably lead to some nasty consequences. So I guess roll me a fortune roll,
Oh, for
and
fuck's sake.
we'll see what happens to him.
Right, so how many dice?
I mean, I guess in this case, it's just we'll just go with the 1 die.
Well, it was official blue coat business, though, was it not?
Yes, you asked him to get you some official blue coat. So I mean, so yeah, like they kind of know they know what he's done, because he went to the rest of blue coats to get some stuff. But also they basically, just based on the previous stuff, they've got a bit sus about. Wait a second, why do you even need this? You trying to set us up, type shit. So, yeah, in fact, I'll say, given like the previous history, they're already kind of a bit biased against him. Now they're a little bit sus. So we'll roll it on 0 dice actually, and we'll see what happens. 3, okay. So. Yeah, okay, so he spills he's going to spill the beans and said that it was you guys that he was, like, when he gets picked up, it's, the blue coats are going to know that it was you, like your crew, that wanted to know about this. And that's going to so you're going to have 2 heat. But otherwise, like, Darmot's let out without so much as a scrape. But there's a good chance that some eyes are watching him a lot more closely than they have been before. So you might want to not lean quite as heavily on this particular contact of yours.
Yep. And
chances are he's going to want some personal favors because he's in the shit now. But that's fine. It's all good. So you got some downtime activities.
Right. Okay. First and foremost, I want to indulge my vice because I need to reduce my stress.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So how many dice am I rolling? Is it just 1?
There should be an indulge vice button.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will work it out correctly for you. So.
Do I? Okay, so I don't get any bonus dice for this.
No.
3.
Cool.
I'm back to exactly where I was before.
Nice. So, I guess what you want to do for your second downtime.
What else can I do?
So you've got a couple of things. You can try and acquire an asset, which might make sense in this, especially since you haven't got your tinker at the moment. Jessica's off somewhere doing something. So if you're going to try and get a firebomb or something, then you're going to have to acquire one in some other way. Or, I mean, that's just a suggestion if you want a bomb. You might just want to do things differently.
I thought he just wanted it set fire. I thought he just wanted a fire set.
Yeah, he wants it set on fire. I mean, if you have a firebomb, then that's a good way of making. Yeah, he suggested the bomb. Just because he wants it to be kind of loud.
How do I acquire it?
So you can roll acquire asset, basically. So you roll on the crew's tier to determine a relative quality of temporary asset.
Well, tier is 0.
Yep, so you'll be rolling 0 dice.
I think I'm just going to train up. I think I'm just going to train.
That's totally fine. Yeah. If
that's okay.
Yeah. Remember that your crew has the bonus that on resolve. So if you train in a resolve-based action, you'll get if you train in resolve, you'll get 2 XP in it rather than the 1.
Sure. Can I do that? What do I have to roll something, or do it just happen?
No, if you train, you just train. Like
okay. I'm gonna train in my resolve then.
Mhm. Oh yeah. How are you going about that? What are you doing to train?
Talking, I guess. I guess I guess I'll talk the ear off of Raven or Red Tooth. I'll just talk them to death.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Try and persuade them to give me a candy, because you know I've got to start somewhere.
And not getting your hands slapped. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll walk round. I'll walk round the street and try and take candy from a baby.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be finesse or problem now?
Yeah. Yeah. You just kind of sort of wheel and deal and try and get on the good side of folks and stuff. Then that type of thing. Yeah. Cool. Do you want to play some of that out, or do you want to just we'll skip ahead to the next downtime and get this done so we can get on another score?
We can skip ahead if we like, unless you want to do it.
Yeah. Do you want to explore how this goes? I mean, you're going to get the training regardless, but we can see whether anything happens.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So, so I guess what angle do you want to take? Do you guys want to be discussing stuff together, and or do you want to go? You want to go out in the town, and do you literally want to try and steal some candy from a baby? What do you want to do? How are you going to train your resolve?
So, like I said, I'll probably go to Raven. Maybe she's got a sweet tooth. Has she got a sweet tooth?
Sure, why not?
And I want some of her sweets. Could I have a sweet, please? Just the one. There we go. Done. Yeah. Right, brilliant.
The wheezing sound was the best.
Nice. Cool. Well, we established some things.
I feel like I should have made that more difficult. No, yeah, you cannot have a sweet. These are sacred and have been passed down through my family for generations.
Ah, sweets.
Yeah, well, we established some things, like Raven's reasonably generous with her candy, and Magpie doesn't. Well, you both have a sweet tooth, I guess. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I did something really casual, you see.
Yeah.
I didn't want to overcomplicate the fucking. I didn't want to make it more complicated than we're already fucking in.
Complications are what makes things fun.
True. True. But yeah.
Getting into trouble, that's how the game works.
So does everyone get to do? So can Raven do shit as well? Or
yeah, everyone gets to do downtime actions.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so we'll move on to Raven next then. So what are you doing? I mean, you could do your long-term action.
Yeah, I want to spend 1 point doing my long-term action to finish that off.
Cool. So you got 1 segment to do on that. So.
And I don't get any bonus. Oh, is it risky standard?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll do risky standards. Sort of by default, really.
And then no bonus dice because there's not really much point.
Cool. So, for long term,
That's
on
enough
a
to get
3,
it
that's
done.
one tick, which is just what you needed. So,
Woo!
you have figured out the secrets of synthesizing the memory drug. You know how to make this stuff now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna require ghosts, and it's gonna require spirit essence,
Nice.
and a little bit of a lot of attuning. So, but with the right, you've figured out the ritual you need to do. So it's just a matter of catching a ghost, setting up the spirit essence correctly.
Now what we're going to
and
have to
then-
call?
Yeah.
Okay, and then another one. My second action, I want to train. Ooh, what do I want to train?
What's your
Sway.
tune? What's your tune?
My tune's 2.
All right.
Yeah, so I'd quite like to train Sway.
Cool.
You train the attribute, and then when you max that out, you can pick a thing.
Resolve, then. Resolve.
yeah. In that
Okay.
case, you'll get 2 XP in resolve because the crew gives you a bonus 1 XP when you train it.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay.
Cool. Right, and then it's Gale's character. Yeah, Gale, should I say?
Yeah.
So yeah, what's Red Tooth doing?
Training red playbook,
Mm-hmm.
and do we still need something to blow up the station, right? Or can we just use demolition tool?
Yeah, I mean, you could use demolition tools and stuff. You've got access to them. It's really whether or not you want to try and acquire something to make that more effective, or maybe it doesn't even have to be necessarily an item. You could try and acquire a person, or who can help you make it more effective in some way, or I mean, you're going to go on a score like to do this, so trying to acquire something that will make doing that easier. I mean, obviously you're going to be going into a blue coat's kind of like lair effectively. So if it was empty, that would certainly be easier for you, for example. So
Yeah, like some sort of smoke bomb
Mhm.
that's like ridiculously potent.
Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously the reach you have as a tier 0 crew is pretty low, so trying to grab something's going to be hard. But you might be able to get something that's not useless.
No, actually, I don't think that'll be. I'm just thinking. So the things I can do are train, which I might want to train some playbook. Or did I already say I was gonna do?
Yeah, you've already trained playbook, yeah.
Right, because I wasn't sure if I assigned the XP. Indulging my vice would be a very dumb idea. Especially knowing how it went last time.
What is your vice?
What do you guys think would be better, gather information or acquire an asset?
I would say gather information. Because a score that big, I would think maybe we'd want to wait until we've got a bigger crew. And maybe when we do the bigger crew, the Tinker will be here.
So acquiring information, maybe something like what are their weaknesses or how do I hurt them?
Mhm.
In regards to the blue coats.
Yeah. Okay. So, you. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, make me roll. I mean, what's what kind of angle do you think you're gonna try? And it's just like you're just gonna kind of like reach out and see whether you can get someone who's got some tasty info that you can use or something like that. Or
Beat the information out of criminals. I don't know if you guys can see a pattern.
yeah. Yeah. Why ask when you can just take things?
Yeah, like.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess make me a acquire asset roll. So in this case, it's going to be rolling on the cruise tier to determine the relative quality of it. So yeah, make me effectively a 0 dice fortune roll, and we'll work out what's the quality is of the
Information.
yeah.
Number dice 0.
So you'll be it's not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. Okay, so you're effectively getting a quality level of 0 for this, which is fine.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not amazing, but in this case, yeah, I mean, you managed to beat up a couple of people who've been held in cells who've been like recently released from this particular place, and they can tell you the kind of the rough layout of the area, like just where at least of the basement, which is where the cells were. They tell you that the basement doesn't have a canalway for it, but it does look like there's some kind of passage or something down there that's connects to like an adjacent building or something, because they've seen some of the blue coats in there doing they're running some kind of smuggling operation or something down there, or there's something going on that's definitely not above board, but they didn't want to have any more beatings than they were already getting, so nobody said anything. And that's about as much as you can get out from them. Like they really don't know anymore, even when you start beating them bloody. So
just another question. I'm not sure if I get to have the response of this, but are there like the sewers? Is there sewage in the cells, or is it like poop bucket?
yeah, like I mean, I can tell you basic details about the cells, and yeah, it's like there's shit buckets in there. There's many of which haven't been changed in a while, because clearly no blue coat wants to do this work. So they're like, it's not a nice place down there. Like one of the people you beat up says, like maybe once of like a couple of weeks, like they'll get some like poor servant to come down and scrape it out and carry it off. Like sort of like a night soilman will come around and they'll put it on a cart and like just get rid of it. But there's no like running sewage access there, or at least not in the basement. Maybe there's like some kind of proper like basic sewage pipes or something like upstairs. But yeah, otherwise there's there's nothing.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty helpful actually.
Cool. Right. So I guess we're looking to plan a score, unless anyone wants to do anything else. I mean, you can do some more gather information checks, or you could literally just free play your way. Hell, maybe you just want to walk into the station and talk to some people. What do you want to do?
Gather some explosives, I think, at least on my side.
Are we doing this? We doing it this week? Are we going to do this massive fucking hit this week, or do we want to? I think
I
we
would say
should
leave
say.
it to next week.
Yeah, I'd say we want to leave it till next week when we've got like majority of the crew.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
what-
you can definitely.
Using a couple scores to gather some stuff.
Yeah, that would be probably helpful to gather, like get at least some money behind us, and perhaps figure out a way of getting some supplies to be used.
Yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. I mean, you're kind of running pretty light at the moment, so
Yeah.
taking head on now is probably unwise. So yeah, what is it you want to do? You said you want to try and gather some kind of explosives, or like more effective explosives.
Yeah.
What's other people's angles? What do they want to try and play to make sure they've got some opportunities for the score in the future?
I mean, if we can gather some explosives for the Tinker to make something out of, but at the same time, is how much damage are we willing to cause?
Yeah. Well, and do you want to cause any? I mean, like you are meant to be taking Ulf out for the Blue Coats, and they know that you're meant to be doing this, and now you're doing the exact opposite of that.
I would say, if anything, we just want to flush them out. We don't want to cause damage.
All right, here's what I'm thinking of doing. Like doing a score, probably stealing from the foghounds to get some explosives because they're smuggling. They probably have some, or we find a time where they have some, and then doing another score to try to deceive somebody who will be essentially doing a misinformation campaign, spreading rumors that we've given up on the job. Like we've had a falling off with Ulf, and we were like, "Fuck you! You're trying to have us do this thing that's ridiculous and everything." That somebody else will do it, probably pinning it on the foghounds again, which means that we'd have to keep it on the.
No, we'll just pin it on Olaf.
Sure, or pin it on Olaf. That's totally fine by me.
I mean, what might be useful is being able to get into Olaf's place, maybe break into Olaf's place or his personal house or whatever, and take some personal items and leave them at the scene of the crime.
If you want to do that.
Do you want to risk doing that when he knows your parents, though he knows where you live?
Well, he's the pacifist here, so.
Yeah, but I'm not hurting anyone doing that, am I?
No, but I'm more saying if you pin him, he might come to your parents.
What? Yeah, but if he doesn't know we've pinned him.
Well, at the end of the day, we did.
I mean, Ulf has a lot of enemies. It could be anyone.
Yeah, but we're the ones that he's asked to do the thing.
So, I mean, it sounds like you've got a couple of options. Like, you want to either try and set up a situation where you can get some explosives, or try and set up a situation where you can get people to think that you and Ulf have had a falling out. So you're trying to kind of manipulate the politics of the city as it's going on currently, or you want to try and straight up steal stuff from Ulf so that you can use it in the future to do things.
I was thinking we'll always get explosives because we're doing the job. We might.
Yeah, but are we doing it with explosives or not? That will be the main question. Are we actually going to go through with, or are we just going to set a fire that's really easy to put out?
I reckon we just set the fire that's easy to put out. We want to keep the blue coats sort of on our side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other thing is, one of you knows a demon. Demons are tough, and they have powers.
Yeah.
Zatara could probably come in use.
You would do.
So is the demon a bit like the Milky Bar kid then? Because you said he's tough and strong, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, actually, if we use a demon to do it, it doesn't point at anyone in particular.
Mm. We just gotta do a score that will that's probably like misinformation or something.
Is
But
there
I
a
don't think
fire
we're-
brigade? Is there equivalent of the fire brigade?
There is a fire brigade, yes.
What do you want to do?
Well, if we set a fire, we can like warn the fire brigade anonymously.
Yeah, I mean, much like of the blue coats really is that they're kind of corrupt. It's like, oh, what a shame, your house is on fire. You know, maybe, you know, if we had the funding, we could come and put it out.
We're probably in cahoots though. The fire brigade, and the blue coats.
Well,
they're known as the Sallies, as a kind of short for salamanders. But otherwise, yeah, they're just known as the brigade. The
Fox,
brigade.
can you point your camera down a little so your head's like there as opposed to there?
Wait a second. Ooh.
So your head's like that at the moment. Can you point the camera down a bit so it's there?
Give me just a second. No, that's the wrong way. There we go. Is that better?
No, down again. Go down.
Is that better?
One more, if you can. That's better.
Okay.
That means you're not like, hi. You're like this. Hi. You. On the screen. Obviously, it might be different on the actual camera, but yeah. All right. So what are we doing, guys? Let's make a decision, and let's go ahead with doing something, shall we?
Yes. So we got bombs or equipment of some kind for causing this thing.
I vote for demons.
Yeah.
Could we not just hit up an off license?
Yeah, I mean, you could literally just go do some smash and grab, extortion-y type stuff, or just straight up theft to just get some cash that you can use to buy things. So, like, you know, like there's lots of, like, you need resources because you have none currently. So it's basically how are you going to go about that? Are you going to set things up so that you don't need resources because you're going to manipulate people into making things easier? Are you going to just go get some resources? Are you going to get resources to be able to buy more resources? Or are you going to like leverage contacts and stuff to try and set up some...
Well, I'm not going to touch my contact for ages.
I mean, you could try and make some new contacts. You don't have to...
Can you do that?
Yeah, just like... I mean, how do you get people to be your friends, basically? It's like... or how do you make people be your friends?
Usually involves money, but we don't have any of that at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds like one of your major problems at the moment is money. So maybe doing something to get some money. I mean, you've just worked out how to synthesize this drug. You just need ingredients for it. Ulf is going to provide some spirit essence after the job, but you could try and get some stuff, try and acquire some ghosts somehow, and keep hold of them so that you're ready to go when that happens. Or you could straight up just go raid some places and take their stuff.
Guys,
The foghounds are looking pretty juicy.
the foghounds.
Yep.
What do the foghounds have?
I mean, they're smugglers, so they probably have access to a number of things. They also don't like you because you're in their turf. They operate in the night markets.
Oh, right, yep. Are we the ones that we're close to war with?
I believe so.
So we don't actually want to go after them because we'll go into war. Red Tooth.
No, we're -1.
I thought we were
-1
-2.
you are.
We're really close with the crows, though.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean-
Sure. We'll try and find some information about if they've got any scores or anything, or what. We'll try and find out some information. Well, someone needs to find out if they've find information.
Yeah. So we'll go look for some scores, shall we? Okay, well, I mean, I guess we want to roll some gather information checks then. Is anyone reaching out to any contacts? Or you're just going to kind of like just sort of put your ear to the ground and see what you hear.
I don't think any of my contacts are good for this.
Sorry?
I don't think any of my contacts are good for this.
The last time I indulged, I got high and became friends with the owner of a brothel, which probably learns a lot of stuff where she works.
Yeah, and in Silk, especially when it's in Silkshore, like it's where everyone goes. So
Yeah.
I don't. I'll go back to my parents. I'm a good little boy.
Yeah, I mean, you could leverage your purveyor. They might have
My friend, like legit my friends.
yeah, indeed, yeah. You let her know that you're looking for some kind of work or some kind of opportunity. She'll probably clue you in on something. So yeah, I mean, make me a roll, I guess. And we'll say it's. I mean, it would probably be consort since it's a friend. And we'll, because it's a friend as well. We'll, you're leveraging the friendship where rather than it just being standard effect, we'll say it's great effect. Risky though, because you're still putting her in a position to kind of betray her trust, their clientele type thing. So.
All right. Can somebody help me out with this?
Raven can put Lady Charms on.
Yeah, I can put my Lady Charms on.
She might be into ladies. You never know.
She might swing all directions. Who knows?
Exactly.
So risky, great.
Yeah, risky, great. Yeah.
Getting some help, and
yeah,
I'm going to push myself for an extra dice.
Okay.
Hey!
Nice. Crit. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're bumping the effect up to extreme. So, yeah, it goes really well. She says that there's a son of one of the councilmen has some particularly exotic tastes.
Danger wank.
Yeah, worse than that.
Oh no! Is there anything worse than a danger wank? Death wank. Hashtag death wank.
I think we should stick to one hashtag per session. We've already got this session.
Yeah. And I mean, while she doesn't have any evidence of this or whatnot, she other than she's seen it type thing. He's spending a lot of money and he's got into a lot of indiscretions. Like things have had to been tidied to make up for this, and as a result, she's got a special arrangement with his mother, where effectively she has a key to their mansion, so that they can discreetly let girls girls and boys into the back, unseen, so that he can release his urges without offending any of her own workers or causing a scene in Silkshore.
Jesus Christ, what's this guy into?
I mean, if you push her a little bit on like what exactly he's into, I mean, because of the effect, it's nasty. Sometimes they don't survive, and she's clearly appalled by it, but she's felt like she almost doesn't have a choice because of like who they are. In fact, she tells you the family. It's the Bowmore family. which are one of the 6 most powerful noble families in Duskwall.
Oh my god.
Like they sit on the council. Like the mother isn't on the council, but the father is. And so this person is a big deal, and their mansion is going to be loaded with all kinds of high end stuff. It's also going to be heavily guarded, like they have personal guards. But she has a key, and if you're going in as if you could be sold as going in as special guests, then like the guards aren't going to bother you.
Okay, is this basically Magpie needs to go slit it up?
What do I need to do?
Oh no, not Magpie. Why am I saying Magpie? Raven.
Girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
We all need to go slit it up.
Yeah.
I'd go for a good slaver, so people would believe it if we told them that I was selling you kids to the guy.
Kids?
We'll have to direct.
Look, we don't have any money to buy you a zoot suit, so I'm afraid not.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably pass yourself off as like you're just like making sure they're delivered properly and that nobody talks afterwards, assuming that they're able to.
We could actually get some kids also. That's an option.
Yeah, I mean, you could just round up some people and take them down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure on
or
two.
me actually getting kids, because it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, he's not into like children, but he is into violence. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just bear in mind we've got to mind the Twitch TOS as well.
Yes,
Exactly.
indeed.
But he's into what again?
He's into violence.
Yeah, he's into hurting people, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm able to help him out with that. Definitely. So then he will pretend you guys are his victims, because my guy doesn't really look like a victim. And
It's
well, you never know. He might enjoy the fact that you don't look like a victim more than anything.
yeah, he might be
It
looking
might
for a
be an
challenge.
enjoyable
I'm
power
ready for
trip.
that. I'm going to pose as the person who's selling you guys, but
Why are
if
you selling us? If we've been sent by her, if we're sent by the woman, we've been sent by the woman, not by yourself.
Yeah, the
Lady Tesla.
in this case, like she has a key. I mean, it's not to the mansion proper per se. It's to like they have a private apartment where he can do indulge his indiscretions, as it were.
Sure. I'll wait there.
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. You don't even you could just let yourself in while nobody's watching and be there.
I'm gonna be there for some time. I'm just gonna buy a crap ton of food, on some bags, and if he appears, I'm gonna be waiting there, camping out for him.
Yeah,
Can't we just rob the fucking place and go then?
Yeah, you could just rob it as well. I mean, you could do both.
Yeah, why not?
She'll give you a key. She tells you he shows up fairly regularly. These are the kind of the times that she's asked to send workers down there. So you can either time it to be at the same time, or you can time it deliberately to not be at the same time. But
well, you said the place is likely to be guarded, so the guards would surely know
when he's there. Yeah, when he's there, he'll have guards. Because it's like an apartment, just not on the same grounds as the manor. It's off. It's not guarded 24/7 by the mansion is. But,
yeah, that would be conspicuous as well.
yeah. Well, I mean, also going up against the mansion, that's the home of an actual council member, so that's tier 6. So you're properly out of your league there. I mean, you can give it a go anyway. But going against the sun in isolation, he's still reasonably high tier just because of how important he is. But
Sure.
yeah, that's only if you get found out. It's in Brightstone, so it's the most affluent area of Duskwall.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll look very out of place there unless you
Well, let's do it then.
adequate disguises.
So
But,
let's
yeah.
do it. Let's not plan it. Let's just go in and then we'll whatever it's called.
Indeed, yes.
Flashback for
Let's
it.
get into it. Okay.
So, but first, do we want to go when he's there or when he's not there?
When he's there,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put Raven on the line here and let her be a distraction, if it comes to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
It's going to be risky
So-
if you're putting yourself. That would be risky, wouldn't it? Because he might beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. I mean,
That's why I say if it comes to it.
okay.
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we'll see what happens, I guess.
Okay.
So I guess you're going to try and try and get there before he arrives and be there, so he arrives while you're there, or are you going to? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be there before he's there,
Mhm.
and James is gonna pretend he's the seller, and he's going to go and drop off the girl, which is going to be.
Well, no, we'll give him a. If we're gonna give him an option whether he wants the guy or the girl.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's figure out how. Let's see how this goes. So, I guess it's the operation particularly bold or daring. I mean, yes. Yeah, it's straight up bold and it's daring as well. It's like yes, you can have a +1 for that.
Hang on. Let me open. I'll do the catch sheet. So this is hang on. Where is it?
You're in engagement roll.
Where's the engagement
Well, I'm
roll?
just angling this in a way that he's gonna die. At
I
the
thought I
end.
saw engage. Is there not Is there an engagement roll?
There is an engagement roll, I
Is it
think,
on the
somewhere.
catch sheet or is it on the? Oh, out.
Yeah, give it a second.
Indulge. Fortune. Where's the engagement roll? Well, fortune. What the? What the? Oh, there we go. Found it. Oh, it was on the wrong tabby thing. Because you can click
That
between.
tabby thing.
Yeah, you can click between character mode and crew mode on the cat sheet.
Right.
So we had one dice because it's bold as fuck. Yeah,
We still haven't gone through all the questions, I think.
I know. We're just waiting for him to come back.
I was just thinking, maybe it's not so good for me to like. The guy's a piece of shit, but Madame Thessalon is getting money from his stuff. No, it's
Yeah, but
He's
she
also
probably-
losing
she-
girls to it as well.
She probably wants to blacklist him. To tell you the honest truth.
because
that's what the sentiment I got as well.
because like you said, it's like she doesn't approve of it, but she feels like she can't say no because of his status.
Here's what I'll do. Guys in the audience, thumbs up or thumbs down?
For what?
We'll see. Like the
What are they
Thumbs
thumbing
up
up for, and what are
five,
they thumbing down
thumbs
for?
down dies.
Well, we don't want to kill him.
You don't.
No, but we generate a lot more heat if you kill someone.
Yeah, death
Doesn't
will result
die
in
immediately.
problems.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe castrate the bastard, but don't kill him.
Scare the shit out of him.
Sure. I could still kill him.
Also, bear in mind that one of your crew contacts is on the no, not on the council, but works directly for the council.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on how well known it's you that are responsible for this, that's going to cause us some serious problems, but
Sure.
potentially. Whether you care is another matter, but cool. So
one dice because it's bold as fuck.
yes, does the plan's details. So in this case, like the detail we're going for, because this is. I mean, are you planning to is this more of a thieving thing, or is this more of a straight up assault? You're gonna
I'd say it's more of a thieving thing.
Yeah, we are going to rob him blind.
Okay, yeah. So the aim is to steal stuff, but it's not necessarily a stealth one, right? Because you're planning to engage directly with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it sounds like it's kind of more deception then, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess the method of deception we've already said is that you're going to basically pose as like
Prostitutes.
yes, yeah, prostitutes like
And I'm their pimp.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So in this case, does the plan's details expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them with a weak hit? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you're hitting him like literally in the place where he's, in his own home,
And his own vice as well, and his dirty vice.
Yeah, and it's working with his vice. So yeah, I'd say you get an extra dice for that. Friends or contacts provided insight. Yes, you have an extra dice on that. Then are there any other elements you want to consider? I mean, he's higher tier, and this is in a high high up, like nice neighborhood. So I'd say knock off a dice.
Okay.
But there we go. That makes sense. Otherwise,
Right, so we've got two dice.
nice. Plus, you got the one dice for luck that you always have.
Well, one.
You want?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're on 3 dice then.
Who's rolling, by the way?
I've already got it all inputted here.
Sure, then you do it. We'll see. James, you need to start learning how to roll.
It's not my fault.
It is. I am
It's not.
blaming you
It's
for
roll
this.
20.
No, I am personally blaming you for this.
You can blame me as much as you like, but it's roll 20.
Okay.
I
So
get nice rolls. Why don't you?
yeah.
Because
So you
those
start
won't
off.
always be. Sorry, Money. They won't always be nice rolls.
Joking around.
Yeah.
Let's go
So
again.
you start off. You get into his house. That's fine. The trouble starts when turns out timings are off. When you arrive, he's already there, and you turn the key in the door, and you see like a guard who's clearly like armed, like ready to take you on. And you hear like the sound of like beatings coming from like the next room, and you hear like a yell, like a yelp almost, but it sounds like it's muffled, like somebody's gagged. And the guard's just like he just straight up levels his pistol as the door opens. However, like as the door opens, you see that this apartment is full of very fine things, like super high quality furniture. It's like very expensive decorations, lots of sort of like high quality expensive ornaments and stuff dotted around, like rare foods that's clearly been imported. Like there's no pickled eels here. It's
I thought that was
yeah. I mean, as you can hear, this guy's into some weird shit. But yeah, like before you can even think about getting your hands on any of this stuff, you've got a face full of pistol.
All right. So before he fires the pistol,
Mm-hmm.
are we going to talk our way out of this, or am I
Yeah.
just literally going to? Oh my
Well,
god!
talk your way out of it.
Are we gonna
Regardless, you're starting in a desperate position of what
Okay.
I say.
You either do this or I do this.
Well, whoever's good at fucking talking is going to be the person that's going to need to do this.
Well, if you're the one who's playing pimp, surely it would make sure if you're doing it.
All right, sure, whatever. Okay. Have you seen my fucking rolls?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being the pimp instead. But
Too late now. But anyway, all right. I'm like, whoa there, buddy. We're here. I've brought the girl. I've brought the girl and the boy that was ordered.
Okay, so yeah, that sounds like it's a sway. It's desperate. So let's see. I mean, he's not expecting. Nobody's told him in this, so I would say it's limited effect. It might get you. It will stop him from shooting you in the face, but it's
Yeah.
not going to get him to believe you necessarily.
Okay. Bonus dice. Got two
I mean-
people here dressed as fucking pimp, looking rather slutty. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
think like I'm gonna nudge Raven a little bit, being like, show some cleavage or something. Like that.
Why was they then got?
Speaking
What's-
of which, we didn't decide load before this,
Oh,
so we should probably do that quickly.
I'm doing my usual light
Great.
load.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to pass yourself off as prostitutes if you're heavily kitted out with like body armor and stuff. So
Normal doesn't seem like it would work.
yeah, light feels like that's what it's going to have to be.
All right.
But in terms of what stuff you want to, I mean, has anyone got anything like? Yeah, nobody's got really sort of disguisey type stuff, have they? But,
Yeah, everyone's got
The
subterfuge
disguise,
supplies.
yeah.
subterfuge kit, isn't it? Haven't they? Yeah. So basic disguise stuff. Yeah. So yeah, you should be. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you wanted to include that as part of like why your get up is as it is, then sure. But I mean, you could have prepared beforehand, so you'd be on you. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, I guess you two are helping with the sway, like, you know, by just trying to play into the role that you've been given.
Sort of coy smile, biting a lip, pushing boobs together, that sort of thing. Basically,
How to get a
Kinda.
free drink.
By
basically.
the way, I'm the one who's gonna be spending this dress, so you don't have to.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Right. So how many bonus dice are we getting? Is it just one?
I'm
Or
giving
can-
you money.
So it's just
It's
one
just
bonus?
a one. You
Okay.
only get one from the assist. It's a joint
Okay.
assist. Well, it's
Okay. I'm going. Fuck
Uh,
it. I'm gonna spend
we could-
two
I'll help you
stress.
with devil's bargain instead if you want.
I'm gonna spend two stress
On what?
on fucking making sure that I get an additional dice in this fucking roll.
Makes sense.
Or can I change? Or can I change the? Can I change? What can you? Can you change the?
You can change the effect.
Can I change the effect?
Yeah. You can spend the stress to increase the effect instead if you want.
I'm going to increase
So
the
go from
effect.
limited to standard. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he might actually buy what you're saying instead of pausing. Yeah. So-
Let's go high roller.
So it's desperate, submit, and then it's going to be standard. All right. And then I've got one additional dice. So I'm rolling two dice. Oh well, fuck it. If it's going to go tits up, it's going to go tits up. There's a 6.
it's a 6. You get what you want.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. He squints at you for a second, looks at the other two, and like cocks a safety back on his gun and puts it into like a holster on his side underneath his coat. He goes, "I wasn't expecting anyone, but I think he's just about done with this one." And
Oh dear.
yeah, you can like as he says that, you can like you hear like the sort of yelping has stopped, and yeah, the son comes out, and he's quite young. He's maybe about 20,
Right.
and he's got like the sort of slicked back blonde hair, and he's like wiping his hands, and like you can tell there's like blood on them. He's like wiping them with a towel.
Hi, Joffrey.
Yeah, and he hasn't got a shirt on, but he's got like his sort of like smart trousers on still, and you can tell he's got like blood slicked across him. That's clearly not his own. And he looks at you both sort of without much in the way of like you're not really people to him, and then he looks to give me a second.
Do you want to go for a break?
Yeah.
Should we go for a break? Because
I'll be back in a
it
sec.
is time for break time. Okay.
Yeah, while we prepare to get finally.
Right, and we're back.
Right. So
we were gonna do. I was gonna do a quick flashback.
okay, sounds like a good opportunity for one. Yeah.
So literally before we walked, like literally on the way there, I palm either Raven or Redtooth my vial of silence.
You come
Okay.
to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it could be Raven because she probably just got better places to hide it.
Like the cleavage.
That's not the only one, but yes.
That's a safer one to mention.
Yeah,
No,
It's probably
I
easier-
meant, like,
it's probably easier to retrieve as well. Just saying.
your outfit is more elaborate.
I'm just trying to find my character
Keep in
sheet.
mind that other
So-
people.
Science potion, which is italic, so it means that it doesn't add to my
Load. Yeah.
load. Yep. And it's got a distance of is it a few paces? Yeah, 10 paces. So it might cover the entire apartment.
Yeah, it would probably, or at least it would cover one room. Yeah.
Yeah. So what does that cost me?
Right. So this is pretty easy to have done. In fact, it's not going to cost you any stress at all to do this flashback. That's easy. Like you can give someone something you already own in a situation that is well controlled without having to do any rolls. So sure, yeah, you can just have done that. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
So who's getting it?
So the son's there sort of just appraises you. Like he almost doesn't know. Like, I mean, two of you are obviously more sort of dolled up. So he looks at the other person. He looks at Magpie. And says,
Double
"You're not
order.
doing-" yeah.
I'll be like, clearly a double order, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Says, not the usual, but you have arrived in the nick of time. I've just worn out the last one. So,
Would you like me to retrieve the young lady?
yeah, he just sort of like, nods and sort of like just waves for you to
Get on
go.
with it.
Yeah, get on with it.
I'll go in there then.
And the guard sort of like just like watches you two. Like so, you had to kind of like part some curtains to go in. And as you go in, it's just it's like a full-on like torture scene. Basically, it's just it's horrible. He's clearly he's killed this woman.
Oh God.
She's like gagged and in a terrible state. There is like clearly this is a thing that's expected to happen because there's like some
Sheets.
there's
Carpet?
like some sort of like large burlap sacks that are lined with cloth, like wax cloth or something.
Oh my God. Is there anything valuable in here? Is he with me? Is it just me by myself?
No, you're left to your own devices in here.
Is there anything valuable?
To certain people, yes. Actually, I mean, straight up looking around the room, it's quite obvious that there's a number of things in here that aren't normal. There's some kind of device in here that's like powered by some kind of electroplasmic battery or something, and which is like running like next to the woman. it's like on a little table next to the like sort of the rack that she's attached to. There's a number of like other bottles of mysterious liquids that you'd have to sort of either taste or smell or something to try and identify. There's also like a stun rod like the one that you lost. And there's a small bag of like on a table that it looks like a coin pouch. So,
All right. So I'll get the woman off this rack. Slide her into one of these bags.
Yeah, it's
Chuck the coin purse into the bag.
This look. I mean, it's like the actual dealing with it is just horrible. Like what he's done, it's absolutely like no one should do anything like this. It's absolutely horrendous.
Grab the shock rod.
Yeah, you grab all the stuff. While you just tie up. While you chucking it in the bag with her, or
so the shock
sliding it down the trouser leg.
The shock rod is going to go in the trousers. I'm going to take care of the guard in a minute once they've gone in. And I'm gonna just start dragging this body out into the kitchen. Well, I assume it's like a kitchen area, but back through the thing and go.
Yeah. Like, when you bring like this sack out,
I'm dragging it. I'm not. It's not over my.
You
it's a
drag
body.
the
It's
sack,
not a fucking.
Yeah, you drag the sack out. He kind of looks at you with just like exasperation, like because you just dragged like evidence that these two people are probably going to die or something horrible is going to happen. In front of him, he's like, "Look, you idiots!" Take it out of the other entrance, like the other exit.
I'll turn around and go out the other way.
And I thought, I meant to know about these things. And I mean, he looks at you two, and I mean, do you seem kind of? I mean, how do you react to this situation? Like,
I mean, I think the expected reaction is shock. So, and also, I think that is the reaction that she would have anyway, because even when you're told about things like that, it's like you don't really believe it until you see it.
Yeah, and you've not even seen it. You've just kind of seen like the results of it. Yeah. So you act shocked, and he seems. I mean, again, he more or less doesn't seem to care for your feelings whatsoever, but he also doesn't seem like suspicious in any way. He seems, this is expected, but also they're not running, which is good. As you go back into the other room, like there isn't another door out of here. But if you start looking around a bit more, you'll see that there's under like a carpet doesn't quite cover like a hatch, and you can open the hatch up, and there's a set of ladders, like down to the floor below, into the basement, effectively. And down there is a small like gondolier, and there's like another sort of sewage canal, much like the one that was in your last heist, actually.
Right. Well, I'll put the body down there because we might have two more bodies to come with us. So that would be my professional like judgment. So I'll go back up, close the hatch, and walk back out.
And he goes, and he says, what, are you doing the same sort of thing, holding your hand out type thing for, or were you just gonna sort of just walk in and kind of wait for instructions type thing?
Wait for instructions.
Yeah.
I have a question to the GM. Did we hear any bells ring?
No.
All right.
And
I've got an idea, by the way, how we can sort this, how we can do this, by the way.
So yeah, he sort yeah, he rubs his chin as he sort of appraises the two people you brought him. And I mean, I guess let's roll a fortune roll and see which one he goes for, or whether he goes for both. So we'll say on a
Someone else can fucking roll this for once.
Yeah, we'll say on a 1, he goes for both of you.
So number of dice 1.
Yeah, 1 dice.
Perfect.
So yeah, you just yep, I love them both.
That's probably the best way actually for this to go.
Yep, and yeah, so the like brings you in. I mean, he clearly expects you to expect what you see. Like he's not expecting panic. Like he's expecting that people have been informed of what happens. Yeah, not necessarily that people get killed, but that there's pain involved. And so like when you see like the somewhat bloody floor, and tools and stuff, he watches like to see what your reaction is. And I mean I think you probably Gale might not have a reaction. You've seen some shit, probably.
He's looking down, at the floor.
Yeah, but I mean, do you feel like you would have a reaction in this situation, or do you want to feel like you'd have do you want to have a reaction in this situation? I mean, we can. At the moment, it's a relatively controlled situation. Well, yeah, it's a relatively controlled situation. Like nothing is happening yet. But it feels like something's about to happen, and at the moment you're operating from a controlled standpoint, but you could, depending on what your action is, escalate it to risky or even desperate, depending on how you want to handle this.
So, like, from the point of view of Gil, he's fine when he's the one doing the sort of heaviest stuff, but when it's like accuracy men who think they're the bosses doing this sort of stuff, he gets really angry. So he's like looking at the ground with a huge smile in his face. It's probably the first time he's seen him laugh. Not laugh, smile.
Yeah.
With like a crooked grin. And he's kind of shaking. He probably interprets it as shaking from fear, but it's anger. And yeah, he's just kind of. No, I think we have to define who has the silence potion.
Yeah.
I would say that I've got it so that you can beat on him whilst whilst I'm keeping the situation quiet.
Yeah, so
I think here's what he'll do. He'll pretend he's going back in fright, and he stumbles.
Yeah.
Against the wall, and this is pretty much the cue that Raven needs to drink the potion, because I'm taking his eyes away from her, and then I'm gonna lunge him.
Yeah. While this is happening, the guard hands you Magpie like a coin, and then he also offers you like a drink. Like you can see that he's like as soon as the curtains close, he takes a slot, like a little seat at like a table in there, and there's like a sort of decanter of like sort of liqueur or something, and he pours himself a long tall glass of it.
Is he got his back to me?
No, he keeps his eye on you the whole time, but he kind of invites. He says, like, "There's your payment. Come back in an hour. If you need a drink, you're welcome to one. I know I do."
I'll sit down. I'll sit down at the table then. Or the other. I guess there's another chair, and I'll sit down. I'll sit down opposite him and pour a drink, and I'll sort of like nerves. I'll try and pretend that I'm I've got the shakes.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a
wow,
sway
you're not
then.
worried about us?
Yeah.
Huh?
Wow, are you not worried about us?
No, because you've got Red Tooth with you who's going to beat the shit out of the guy.
Yeah, it sounds like sounds like you're doing a sway then. Like because you're trying to fake this. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably a bit risky.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's not that risky. Actually, it's a relatively controlled thing. I mean, he's expecting fear, but he's also like your person who knows what they're doing, so he's not necessarily expecting you to.
And you're probably kind of scared of them.
Yeah. So I'd say it's like controlled standard effect, basically.
Fuck's sake. I've only got one dice in this.
I'll give you Devil's Bargain if you like.
Devil bargain. Could it be that I get? No, I don't want that.
I'll tell you what. It's like if you shake and take a drink, like you kind of like as you're shaking, you take a bit more than you thought, and you're gonna properly chug like a lot of like. This is like strong spirits.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I won't call it harm per se, but we'll say that it basically your next action is going to be one step worse in terms of position or effects than it would be. But yeah, you get an extra dice for that. So.
Oh fuck me.
Man. So.
It's controlled though, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, controlled. So it means you can. So I guess you're just not going to look nervous at all. Like you try and look nervous and like shaking your hands, but you just look like you're putting on a show for it. And you can you realise that you've kind of fucked this up. So you can try and rescue it by making it risky. As you kind of you take a sip of it and then chug a bunch down, and then you realise you didn't really make yourself look like you were shaky.
Yeah.
So you can either kind of like double down and like go for another drink or whatnot, or like try and drop the glass or something, or do something else, or you can try and engage him in some kind of conversation or something, so he's not thinking
so this
about
is
it.
what I was so this is why I've sat down in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So that shock thing, I was going to shock him under the fucking table.
Okay, right, nice. Well, that sounds like it's a skirmish then.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean you're doing close quarters combat effectively, unless you're trying to like prowl it, I guess, because you're.
Yes, I'm trying to be sneaky,
yeah.
all right?
You're trying to sneakily turn this into an under the table cattle prod, basically.
Yeah, shoot first. I'm Han Solo, mate.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would have said that's probably risky, but given the fact that you suddenly slammed back a bunch of drink, like we'll kick off the Devil's Bargain and we'll bump it up to Desperate, standard effect. So.
Okay.
Now I need a drink.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. I'm burning some fucking stress. Please, God.
You could have just resisted it, though.
4.
Yeah.
Luck, this is better.
4. Okay, so Desperate. So there's a serious complication involved, but you get what you want. So you like ram in between the nads basically under the table, and with this effectively cattle prod, and he's just like, I mean, he yelps out in pain.
Well, hopefully they've drunk the fucking potion. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
I have.
This is where, So, what I'll do is I'll resolve the rest of this as we go back to the other two. So, you shove this potion back as he moves to like come grab you, and like there's this yelp that suddenly like kind of like becomes muffled and disappears, and the man like he's not sure where it's come from. It's like what happened here, but
Wait, you said as he comes to grab me, but Kiesel's distracting him.
yeah. I mean that's what I meant. As Kiesel, as he goes to grab Kiesel, as Kiesel kind of does the stumbling thing. and he's already picked up an implement in his hands. So what are you doing now, Gail? What's how are you handling this? Like, you've kind of tried to put him off his game in terms of acting like you've stumbled or whatnot. What else were you doing?
I'm going to, well, since he's armed, I'm going to chop off his hand
With what?
with one of my weapons.
Yeah. Load. That's what it's for.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna use one of those like really heavy Scotlander. Like they say that they've got like really broad bladed and like wide bladed weapons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use one of those.
How the fuck have you snuck that in?
Yeah.
Just
How are you
saying,
resisting
you're very
that?
scantily clad.
Well, maybe he's not. Maybe he's got like some kind of like sort of
Okay. Just trying to make sense in the.
in the fiction. Yeah. I mean, maybe you've got like you managed to kind of put it behind your back and you just tear it out like from the clothes or something. It's
Oh, he's John
Maybe in the
McClane in it, yeah.
yeah, basically yeah. So I guess it's almost like a giant like meat cleaver like type nasty heavy blade, right? Yeah. So you just whip that out and go for him, right? Well, that sounds like his skirmishing. We're going to say, I say it's a pretty desperate situation. I mean, you deliberately kind of put yourself in a worse position to draw him in. So we'll go for, and the yelps kind of alerted him slightly. So we'll go for that he's suspecting something suddenly up. So we'll go with desperate. I mean, I say it's probably standard effects.
For that desperate roll, did I get experience on?
Yes. Yeah. You always get whenever you do a desperate roll, you get XP for the relevant tribute. Cool. So I guess we'll do desperate standard. Right. Sounds about what to me, I think.
Cool. And so, skirmish, desperate, effect, great, because of my fine hand weapon. And I guess that Raven's helping me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you helping? You're going to try and grab his arm or something? Because
Yes.
yeah.
Just running away would be sufficient. Even.
Yeah, I mean, like you could try and be a distraction in some way, or you could try and get involved in the combat, or
Yeah, I think grabbing a hold of his arm, like if he's going to, because you said he's got an implement. If he swings back with the implement, I can grab his wrist and stop him from moving it, so that Gale can slice his arm off.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of like a hooked blade. Something like maybe like an embalmer would use, or something like that.
Maybe maybe then I grab another implement in the room or something to hook the blade in. So catch the blade that he's holding on. I don't know, maybe a cane or something that he's got in the room.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably rush and grab.
I bet he's got a crowbar. I bet there's a crowbar on the table. I can guarantee you there will be a crowbar for him to fucking beat the shit out of people. Yeah,
there's some nasty looking like metal rods and stuff that's in there. So yeah, you can definitely grab something like a weapon to use. Cool. So yeah, you'll get your bonus dice from that. Unless you want to go for effect.
I think I won't push myself this one, this time. Yeah, it's already great effect, so...
Well, he's about to lose a fucking arm, hopefully. Unless you roll a load of shit. Oh, bollocks.
Oh, it was a 6.
Fuck you.
I love you, James.
Cool. Yeah, so, I mean, you straight up achieve what you set out to do. You slice his hand off, and it goes skittering away. And he reels back suddenly, like quite afraid, but also, I mean, he looks like he's excited by what's happening, but he's also afraid of that, like, oh my god, I've lost my hand. And he reels back and tries to clutches the stump, and yells for his guard, and nothing comes out of his mouth because of the silence potion. And he realized, you sort of like his eyes go a bit wide, and you realize, shit, and he runs towards the device that's on this little pedestal next to the rack. So what do you do?
Wait, what's the last part?
The sort of the electroplasmic device that Magpie saw when he was in the room. He runs towards it where it's sort of like sat, kind of like humming on this little pedestal next to the rack.
I would have tinkered with it, but I'm not very good at tinker, so that would be absolute pointless for me to do.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't understand it. I'll probably end up killing myself.
I don't know. For great effect, taking into consideration how the damage I did wasn't killing him, maybe it's fair enough to say that I actually also grabbed him by the throat, and that
Totally.
in control.
Yeah. So like he clearly tries to make a lunge for this thing, but you just grab him and pin him.
Yep. I'm gonna like rip off his shirt and use it to stop the bleeding on his arm.
Oh, well, he's not wearing a shirt because he's already taken it off in the last session. So but he's got like a sash or something.
Rip off his pants.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I mean, you can tear that up and like whip a length of cloth from his trousers and bind his stump.
I guess something that I want to do in this situation then is so that we can keep him in check. As part of my load, I have with me a pistol hidden in a garter under my skirt, and I want to pull that out and hold it to the back of his head so that Gale can do any of the looting he needs to, and this guy can't really go anywhere or do anything without me pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
I'm also I'm gonna take out my manacles and chains, and I'm gonna chain him up real good.
Oh my god, we could strap him to let's strap him to the board that he had the chick strapped on.
Yes.
Yeah, you can put him on that. Yeah,
You're
sure.
speaking my language now.
And yeah, he's trying to yell at you. He's like, you can kind of see him mouthing, like, you have no idea who you're dealing with. I like my family will find you and destroy you, but you can't really, you can't hear anything. He's it's silent. Like he's clearly.
I understand that it's a threat.
Yeah, you can tell that he's threatening you. That he's promising retribution at some point or something like that.
I'm gonna get like so close to him that that while I'm like speaking to him, I'm almost licking him.
Yeah.
And,
How are you going to speak to him?
He can't. There's no
I
sound.
know, exactly, I know. And
So you're basically just licking this guy.
I'm gonna be like.
You're just giving him even more of a reason to get off right now.
So yeah, I'm gonna be like insulting him in Scotlander and doing that like for a solid minute.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes because they're both just screaming at each other in silence.
Yeah, I know, it's supposed to be cringy.
And then I'm just gonna kind of beckon you because we've got limited time on the potion.
Yeah. I mean, what you're trying to achieve with this? You're trying to like intimidate him or get him to back down, or you're just doing it kind of like for your own satisfaction?
Satisfaction.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Cool. So you've got him tied to a rack.
I've got an idea.
Mhm.
I've got an idea.
It's good because he should probably jump back to you and see what's happening with your nads. You're shocked in the nad's guard. So, so what's your idea?
No, I've got an idea what we can do with him. If he lives, that is.
Yeah. I mean, the discards you've managed to, because I think you got a pretty good. It was desperate standard, wasn't it? We got going for. Yeah. So yeah, I mean he's badly hurt, but he's trying to get up, like, but he's.
Can I hit him again? Can I just knock him out?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to get close to him and try and like smash his head on the back of the ground, or like
I've got
smack him again with the stun wad again.
Yeah, just to put him asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty badly hurt, and he's on the ground. So I'll say it's probably a controlled standard effect.
What is it?
In this case, it's going to be skirmish because
Bollocks,
I mean you can't sneak on
Okay.
at this point. He's aware that you're there.
Okay, so it's controlled. Did you say controlled?
Yeah, it's controlled standard.
Could Finn argue for finesse? Like hitting him in just the right spot so this can be clean?
Yeah, I mean, you could try and finesse to like specifically try and get him where you got him last time, type of thing, or to like properly double down on it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ideally, I want to get him on. I just want to like.
Well, if the goal is specifically to make him unconscious, then
Yeah.
But say it's probably a bit risky because you're trying to specifically make him unconscious rather than just hurt him again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more complicated than you just standing over there and jabbing him.
So
But,
risky, desperate.
yeah, we'll go risky standard.
No bonus dice. I can't afford to spend any more stress. I've got a 4 and a 5.
Cool. So you get what you want, but stuff happens.
Can I resist the complication?
Yep, you can. So I'll clue you into what the competition is. In that, yeah, you knock him out. But you also you stop his heart.
Okay.
And he's going to die in a certain amount of time, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't want that to happen, because you don't have a way of telling that this is necessarily going to happen, so I'll allow you to override it with resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can roll resistance on this.
How do I roll resistance? And what
so
will it
the
be used?
So basically, resistance uses your lowest attribute in dice.
Would it be insight?
I think that's how it works anyway.
I think it's the one that's more appropriate in the sense of the story.
Oh,
So
that's true.
If you're getting stabbed, it's prowess. If you're trying to run away from your problems, it's also prowess. If you're trying to speak away or explain away a situation, it might be resolve or insight. And if you're trying to like notice something that you wouldn't otherwise, it's insight.
Yeah, I mean, it probably sounds like it's either prowess or it's insight if you're trying to like catch what's happened to him so you can prevent it, type of thing. I mean, prowess would almost work for it as well, just because you're.
Do I just click on prowess then?
Yep.
Yes, I think so.
So there's no bonus dice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to spend I can't be. I can't afford to. I've got literally 3.
What happens is that you'll take stress equal to 6 minus whatever you roll.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting 3.
1, 2, 3. My stress is full up.
Okay.
Ooh, you can't afford any more stress at all.
So like you're out of the situation. How does that happen? Do you faint? Do you run away?
What do I?
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, basically it's going to knock you out of the situation because you've peaked stress. Like maybe you're just like, oh shit, like
yeah. Okay.
like, and you just fucking bolt.
Yeah. Okay. I bolt.
But however, you didn't kill him. You managed to stop. Like you were kind of like just the stress of like managing to hold that off. Like oh shit, I almost killed him. Like fuck, this has gone to hell. And it's like you get the hell out of here. Cool. So back to the room. So he's first of all, what was your idea?
Oh, we sell him into slavery.
Oh right. I mean that'll be hard to do in the city, but if you can smuggle him out of the city, sure, why not? But he's like the son of a powerful, well-known, wealthy family.
I just thought of something even better to add on to it. We asked the Railjacks to smuggle him out so we can sell him, because the Railjacks don't like the council.
Yeah, I mean he's some pretty hot merchandise though, so you smuggling this guy around is going to be
Or we could sell
heavy.
him to the railjack.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you can feel free to try whatever you want. I mean, I'm telling you that, like, that's like moving him around and keeping him hidden, like, it's going to make the heat on this is going to be insane. Like, but
That's only if people are able to recognize his face.
yes, that is true. Like, but often he somewhat loses his value if people can't tell that he's actually him. Yeah, but
The other thing we could do is we leave him there, but we give the railjacks the location and the key, so that they can use this against the council.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to deal with anything. You can just leave things in the state that they are, and give people leave people work on trail and say,
Well, the likelihood
yourselves.
is this guy's going to bleed to death.
Nah, I made him
He's
look-
bandaged the wound, so hopefully the pressure of the binding will stop it from bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, assuming he doesn't go into shock or something and die, then it's
Yeah. He's still up,
Yeah.
which means that, like, game-wise, this is like hard to. If
Yeah.
not, he would have to.
we should-
himself out to-
We should steal his hand so we get his fingerprints.
We take the hand with us. Take the hand with us, yes.
yeah. I mean, the other thing is maybe you actually kill him and you bind his ghost somehow. So you've got a rich councilman's ghost bound to your will.
Oh my god, can I do that, please?
You can try. I mean, you're a whisper. You tell me what you can do. It's like you've got the ability to compel ghosts. You've got the ability to attune with them. Maybe you could at least compel him to come with you, his ghost, and then later on try and ritually bind him
Or turn him into a memory.
or turn him into a memory. I mean, he's done some crazy shit. Like, his memories, they're probably pretty rich.
Yeah, like living in high society. People would pay for that, and he's supposedly handsome, right? So
Yeah. I mean, he's a good-looking guy, or was until you started beating him up. But, yeah.
so he's like powerful. Like, he's essentially turned from Joffrey to Jamie because he's handsome.
Yeah.
And so he's handsome, he's powerful, and he's rich. A lot of people would pay a lot of money for that. So yeah, how about we take him home with us?
We'll take his
Yeah.
ghost, didn't we?
Like, he's gonna essentially be a piece of cargo, so he's gonna like have my coat over him, stuff like that. I'm probably gonna knock him
I
out.
also suggest we cut his tongue out.
It's not necessary now. I can just like knock him.
Are we
out.
not just taking his ghost? Because, like Monty said, we're going to have a lot of heat on that.
Yeah. I mean, if his... Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. Like, you can take his the whole of him, which is obviously harder to move. Or you can just take his ghost, which is easier to move, but then you don't have a living person to trade. So it's like...
I think that the thing which would raise the most heat would be actually trading him in person, because you can't really keep that a secret, because lots of people are gonna know.
Mhm.
But having his body and distilling his soul into something else would have much, much less heat. It would maybe have a little bit on the sale, because the person who's... But then again, the person who's buying it doesn't want to admit that they just contributed to the death of an
Right.
important person.
Well, I will say now that I'm going to tick up a clock of the people that were meant to show up are going to show up soon. Like you arrived earlier, basically, which is, that's where the desperate situation started off with. So,
Sure.
people are going to find out what's happened soon, and you're going to be here when it happens if you don't make a decision right now. So, of what you're doing.
All right. I'll remove the carpet, open up the hatch, and he's going downstairs. Because the body that Magpie moved had to go somewhere. and there's obviously no hidden doors on the wall. So
Yeah, there's just a hatch in the floor, like just partially covered by a rug.
And by the way, he seems to be mindful of getting dirty. So why the hell would he have a rug? It's gonna get dirty.
Yeah.
For some reason. So yeah, he's going down the hatch, and I'm gonna go down, put him on the gondolier thing. Here's the problem is that do we know that Magpie just left?
No, and you wouldn't have had anyone telling because it's silent around you. So
Yeah, maybe it was like part of the plan, but he just ran.
yeah, yeah. I mean, so as you I mean, presumably you take him back after act, and then you're trying to bundle him up in this rug. Yeah, I mean, he's going to try and resist. He's going to try and fight you. So.
Oh no! Then if he's gonna try to resist, I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I guess make me a roll for that. Let's see. Or are you going to just try and intimidate
I'm
him?
gonna choke him. I'm gonna choke him and just like make sure I don't kill him.
Right. So you're going to try and force him into unconsciousness, like with violence, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that still sounds like a skirmish. So, yeah, let's make a roll for that, and let's see how well that goes. I mean, you've got him already restrained, so it's pretty much it's controlled great effect. Like it's almost impossible to not succeed at this, really. So
yeah. Right. Bonus dice. I'm not pushing myself for this. I don't know. Is Raven gonna help? Gal?
Yes.
How are you helping?
If Gale's got his hands around his throat, I'll be putting my hand over his mouth as well. Just as a reassurance of he can't breathe.
Poke him in the stump. Ah!
Yeah, just like put your finger on that stump, like I'll twist it around a little bit. So, a bonus dice. Bam. Let's see.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Ha!
So yeah, I mean, he's struggling a lot, and you don't manage to grab a good hold of him. You're going to have to escalate it to like a riskier encounter, or you're going to have to just hold off.
Sure. Risky and semi-effective, right?
Yeah, I mean, because it's less controlled, it's probably harder to do things now. So we'll drop it down to risky standard.
Sure, but he's still getting choked out, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yes. Yeah, the end result's going to be the same. Just they may not necessarily last as long.
All right. I won't be. I won't ask for extra dice this time. Hey, a 6.
Yeah. Yeah. So
desperate just for the funsies.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess you you sort of like backhand him and then grab hold of his throat. Again, like as he's struggling, and just squeeze, and eventually his eyes sort of, like he's struggling and shaking, and eventually his eyes kind of roll back, and he just he lolls, and yeah, you can sort of pick him up and roll him in the carpet and dump him down the chute.
They've got sacks. I don't know why you're putting him in a fucking. They've got actual loads of sacks.
I mean, there are sacks here prepared for removing things.
Like valuables, Fox. Valuables, yeah.
Yes. So whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna have a snoop around looking for some of the shinier things, and have a little grabs.
Yeah. So the place is full of it's decorated to like a high noble standard. So there's finely decorated jeweled candlestick holders and
paintings,
paintings on the wall. Fine pieces of art and sculpture and stuff dotted around. Even the furniture itself is clearly very well made, plush, expensive furniture. The guard has like a fine weapon on him. It's like a fine sword and a fine pistol. Other than that, it's it's like lots of like miscellanea basically. There's nothing like there's no like obvious like here's just a bar of gold, but like there's like tons of there's lots of like very fine things that you can definitely like fence to someone. Yeah. So you can just probably easily scoop up a bag's worth, and that bag would probably take up like a load of like because it's reasonably heavy of like a whole bunch of stuff. But because you've got a sack to carry it in, it makes it easy. I mean, probably at a rough guess, you've got maybe like 6 coins worth of stuff.
Okay.
It's like expensive, fancy stuff. This is like most people. Like the average person wouldn't dream of ever being able to own like a candlestick like this in like their lifetime. So
Right.
We'll just melt them down into coins.
Yeah. I mean, you can fence it on the black market for stuff. There's going to be people who want fancy things. So
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you're getting down to the sewer, out the basement, and there's a gondolier down here with a sack in it. I mean, you can tell it's the same sack that Magpie accidentally showed you guys. Sort of accidentally on purpose showed you guys, and there's clearly you can just sail this out of the through the sewerways.
Yeah, we dumped the other body though, the one from the girl.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you just dump it into the water or something.
No, there's a sack of coins in there. Oh well.
No, we don't dump it. We do not dump
You
it.
don't know that though.
No, that's true. You don't know that.
Yes, but I wouldn't want to dump it anyway because if there's a body in it, particularly as we know what the girl's been through, and although we're criminals, we're not entirely shit people. I probably want to lay her to rest properly.
Yeah.
Talk for yourself.
Is there anything else like specific in the room you're taking? There was this humming device. There was
I'd take
the
that for our
implements and
tinker to have
stuff.
a look at.
Yeah.
Take the humming device for the tinker to look at. And I guess I just sort of grab anything of wealth that I can fit into the sack.
Or torture.
Does anyone know that I've gone? Are you going to go out and look, see if I've gone? Right,
No,
fuck
but
you.
we also don't know that the guard isn't there anymore.
Oh well, you did hear a yelp, but okay.
Oh, if I heard a yelp.
Yeah.
yes. Like, sneak around, take a little sneak peek. If I see anything, I'm coming with my blade drawn.
Yeah, you see that there's like when you take a look into the other room, you see that the guard's laying there unconscious, and Magpie's nowhere to be found, scarpered.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna assume because if there weren't any more guards, I'm going to assume he got out himself, probably. And I'm gonna take the guard stuff like the pistol and the blade, especially the pistol. I need a nice pistol, and I don't have one. I guess I do now. And
Yeah.
I go downstairs.
Cool. Yeah, so I mean, you can sail off. Basically, there's nothing particularly stopping you. It's not complicated. The only risk really now at this point is you're going through the waterways of Brightstone. It's obviously an affluent place that's well protected. You're probably not that familiar with operating in this area.
I did some studies on the waterways last time, though.
Yes, you did. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you can flash back to studying that again.
There seems to be a lot of underground waterways.
Oh, well, there are. I mean, there's a lot of like various underground canals, and like a lot of it's for transporting sewage, but there's also like to transfer goods to like shops and stuff. They're like that aren't on the actual main canal, like shore. So
This is a city in a delta.
so it's very much like Venice in many ways. Really. So yeah, fair enough. So I guess give me a roll, and we'll see whether or not you potentially draw any heat down. Just
What am I rolling?
I guess
fight the boat.
yeah, finesse would make sense, like because you're steering a vehicle. So
Yep,
Yeah.
is risky standard.
yeah, we say risky standard. Like nobody's nobody's watching for you at the moment or anything.
And I'm going to put 2 stress on for a bonus dice.
I'm going to help. I'm going to look at some maps.
Okay, then I'll do 2 bonus dice.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so where you more or less get away scot-free. You know people have seen a boat leaving like this place, but like nobody's asking questions about it right now. Like it doesn't seem to raise any immediate heat, but obviously someone's going to come looking for this person at some point. So
I would love to resist this.
cool, sure.
Insight or resolve?
Feels like it's probably insight. Maybe no, actually no, probably resolve actually.
So resolve?
Well, I guess if it could be either way, it could go either way because I guess it depends on how it is you're trying to resist it. Are you trying to resist it by kind of like keeping a close eye on what's happening, to try and go, I think there's some people over there. Let's try and go this way instead. Or are you using resolve to kind of maybe you're even trying to even like attune to the ghost field and let it guide you where you're meant to be going. Yeah. Sounds like it's more like insight then.
Yeah, it's my worst stat, but I think it's what makes the most sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
0 bonus dice and and I trauma out.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm just since this is like the closing one, I'm just gonna be like at a certain point, I'm going to like go home and be like, I'm too old for this shit. And yeah, I'm going to probably get high off my mind for the last couple of days and just PTSD in my room alone.
yeah, maybe like seeing what you saw or the evidence of what you saw kind of like flashed you back to something in the war or something, and it's
like, do I become unstable, vicious, or cold? Or reckless? Because I've been playing these a lot.
yeah. I mean, given the situation that you've been exposed to, like almost any of those makes sense, you know.
Or even paranoid.
Yeah.
My
mean-
character's a prick.
Yeah, I mean, like the reason you went over is because you were looking out for people who were looking for you, may have been spotting you. Like that almost leads directly into paranoia. Right? The whole reason you stressed out is that you're trying to avoid being seen. Maybe people are going to catch us. So
Sure, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. And I'm gonna go paranoid, and it's gonna tie a bit into the vicious one, but you guys will see that later.
yeah.
Do I get a trauma then, or does that?
It's only if you go over.
Okay.
Like you can go right to the line,
Yeah.
and you're fine. But as soon as you pop over that edge, stress goes to 0. Your
I
trauma.
went over by 1.
Yeah. Ah.
Should we go for a break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've got 1 hour left.
Cool.
God, we done fucking loads.
Because I roll well.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's the payoff for this is going to be interesting. The entanglements going to be interesting.
All right.
The clocks I'm going to be ticking are going to be interesting.
Right, I'll be back. We'll be back in a minute. All right, and we're back.
Okay, so that was pretty successful. I mean, that went pretty well. I mean, yeah. So you know that. I mean, obviously, your crew's not stupid. Like, they know that going against a high-level target like this is going to bring down some serious consequences. Maybe not on you directly, but you know that it's going to create situations that are going to be difficult to deal with potentially. But for the moment, you don't care about any of that because it's either the payoff. So,
You're rich, bitch.
Yep. So, I mean, this is one person. It's not the council themselves. So, and also, it's not even a person on the council. It's the son of someone on the council. So, he's not going to count as tier 6, but he's probably counts as like tier 3 by himself, really, in terms of
Is that
like
good,
the
then?
target. Yeah, well, it basically is you get 2 rep per tier higher than you, so that's 6 rep you're going to get out of this, assuming that people find out, and they will because you left the guard alive for a start. So, they don't necessarily know it was you though. Like, you never said, nobody ever said anything about, yeah, we're the Talons. So, but then again, word gets around. Like, this guy goes to this brothel to get girls. This other guy goes to this girl to get brothels. Suddenly, there will be rumors, and rumors are enough to give you this rep. Like, unless you are going to stamp down on that and try and like make sure that nobody fucking talks about this. Like, so it's up to you. Like, I mean, do you want to get the rep for this? I mean, it's just a lot of rep.
I wouldn't have cared in the past, but now I'm paranoid. Of course, I'm gonna stamp it down.
Yeah. Okay. So we got one vote for hell no. We are keeping this quiet as hell.
And if not, you're the enemy.
Fox.
I'm sort of stuck in the middle because at the same time, we get a reputation as a ballsy crew. We get better jobs. But we're still so small that we don't want the shit to come raining down on us.
Alright.
We sell
So
stuff.
I would...
Problems.
That's the other thing, is that is not the reputation that we want.
Yeah, I mean, the reputation you'll be building, because
I feel like we did a good service, to tell you the honest truth. In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, but we don't have the power to make sure that people know that that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're in a position where it's kind of like there's a lot of rumors going around that you've done some like heavy stuff, but you don't have the clout to be able to back it up if anyone kind of challenges you about it. So
yeah.
It's risky getting this amount of rep. Like for this particular kind of score.
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, like half this rep will be wasted for a start because you're on. You can only get 3 more rep, and you lose in the excess. So
yeah, we should just stamp it down then, I reckon.
Yeah,
that seems to be the vote at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, the only person who knows for sure that you were even involved at all is Gale's vice purveyor. So.
Who's probably pretty grateful for what we did.
Yeah,
She's not losing her workers anymore.
Yeah, you've got her now out of a sticky situation where she was effectively being forced to send people to the slaughter. So,
she won't lose any sleep at night.
No. So so we're saying no rep for this. Everything stays on the down low. However, with all the stuff you looted from this place, you got about 6 coins worth. Plus, you got a couple of items that you can keep from that. Like you got the fine sword, the fine pistol, and you got this this device. I mean, you can fence like the various pieces and stuff off. And like, I mean, if you were to sell them at normal market value, you'd get more, but there's no way you're going to be able to do that. So, like fencing it off, you get about 6 coins worth of pay from.
But we can only keep 4 pay though, can't we?
You can hold each of you personally about I think it's 4 or no, it's 2 coin each, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then the crew itself can stash 4.
So
before you need a vault or something to stash.
So
more.
we'll stash 3 and we'll give 1 coin each to each of us.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I think you've got 4 because there's 4 slots on the character sheet.
Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be 4 each then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I reckon, like I said, we'll give half to the crew, and then we'll keep 1 each.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're not carrying it around with you, then all the better. Really, it can't be stolen from you, or sold or something. So, cool.
Do you want me to mark that?
Yeah. If someone wants to mark that all that stuff
So
down.
3 coins,
And then we've got 1 each.
and then we've got 1 each. Yep.
Okay. I'll put mine in.
And the rest of the things we can sell.
Where does it go?
There's a coin section on our character sheets, just
Oh
underneath
yeah,
our...
I see it. Yep.
Right. So heat.
Oh dear.
So
We didn't kill anyone. Just saying.
you didn't kill anyone, but you were effective. You were straight up seen by the guard. Like I mean, he knows whoever, like you all by face, even if he doesn't know your identities. It's a high-profile target, and I mean, I would say that it's on hostile turf. I mean, like Brightstone is not a place for you to be operating like easily. Like, in fact, it was in his apartment, which is definitely going to be hostile turf for you. So that's another. So I say it's probably contained standard exposure. I mean, it wasn't like loud and chaotic necessarily. But he did see your faces, so maybe we'll call it somewhere between that and say 3 heat for that, plus 2 heat from the problems. The fact that it's high profile, well connected target. So that's 5 heat. There wasn't any killing involved by you, and this isn't going to count in this situation for whatever reason. So so the killing we won't involve. So yeah, we'll say 5 feet in total. Right. So I guess now it's rolling some entanglements. So we're on the middle table for that. So I think no, we're not. But on the last table for that, we're on above 6 heat in total now. So, I guess roll a dice, someone. Again, it's going to be rolling 0 fortune.
Raven, do you want to do it this time?
Yep. Do I do it through the...
Yeah.
Do I do it through my own thing, or through the crew?
I think, does the crew have an entanglement one?
Yes. No, there's engagement.
In that case, just roll fortune. You can just make write that it's entanglement.
How many dice?
0.
0.
Because your wanted level is 0.
Entanglement.
Okay, what have we got?
2 and a 3.
A 2 and a 3.
But it will be the 2, I guess. And it's just the same roll.
Okay. So the so in this case it's going to be questioning. So it's so the blue coats are going to round up like an NPC crew member or a contact or something. I mean, in this case, it kind of makes sense that they're probably going to reach out to your vice purveyor.
My vice purveyor's a ghost, though.
No, to Gale's vice purveyor, being that, it was known, like, not necessarily known what he was doing, but that, there was an arrangement in place. And now he's disappeared, this son of a councilman. So they're gonna pick her up and ask her what she knows about this whole thing. So I mean, I would say that she's definitely inclined not to help them. Given that you've helped, this is definitely in her best interest as well. So we'll roll a fortune roll, but we'll do
buy off the blue coats.
Sorry? Oh, you can buy blue coats. Yeah, you could just give them 2 coin and say, to buy them off, and they'll not push too hard on this. But and if you want to do that, that's fine. Do people want to do that? Spend 2 coin to just pay off the blue coats?
Pay our own pocket.
How much coin do we have in total?
Well, we've got
Well,
six.
The crew.
Yeah.
The crew's got 3, and we've got 1 each.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put mine forward to pay off the blue coats.
Yeah, but it's going to take 2 coin to pay them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
No, but as what I'm saying is I'm putting my one
Yeah,
forward if
I'll
somebody else
put
wants to
my
put
one forward as well.
Okay, cool.
Sure. I was gonna use my money, but
Fair enough. Cool. So you buy off the blue coats, and as a result of that, you get, she reaches out to you, your career, and she says, you did what you did is, I don't think it's gone unnoticed. But I've heard whispers like this isn't stopping with the blue coats. I've heard the investigators that are getting involved, and this is kind of like this is like effectively stepping up from like police to like FBI. It's like these people aren't going to be corrupted either. They're going to hunt down what's happening, and I mean there's a good chance that they find out what this person's been doing. They're probably not going to be particularly inclined to want to solve it necessarily, but also, it depends what the evidence is going to show up. So they're going to be, but yeah, you think, you hear on the grapevine through your vice purveyor that investigators are getting involved, and so there's going to be some serious heat surrounding this whole issue for a while. But otherwise, entanglements don't cause you any issues, other than costing you some coin. So, downtime activities. So, shall we start with you, Magpie, and then we'll...
Sure. I want to indulge my vice desperately.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so give me a roll on that then, and we'll see how that goes.
4.
No, that's not too bad. That's all right.
Well, not really. It doesn't. 2. I'm still 5 into my trauma.
You could indulge again, I guess.
Can I do that?
I don't think there's a reason you can't indulge twice. So
Let's just hope that you don't roll a 6.
Okay, I'm going to indulge. No, you fucking cursed it. 2.
2. Okay.
I'm back to exactly where I was when I started.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna indulge my dice as well.
Fair. It's been some stressful few days.
Yes, so I'm just gonna go and enjoy the luxuries of I'm getting a ghost to possess me to scream at myself.
Someone may want to help, or at least use some of your half of your action to do the other half to try and get our heat down.
That's what I was gonna do. I was going to command the heat to disappear. So I'm like frantically telling people, see shit.
So what can I do to lower our heat for my second action?
I mean, spread some rumors around.
Well, he's a
Can
fucking sexual deviant.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so can I just start spreading little bits of gossip here and there about what he supposedly did? Because I don't know for sure because I wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing you could do is say because of what he was doing, you'd say, I mean, hell, Spirit Wardens picked him up. He was straight up murdering people, and
yeah, or just bust out into Chicago song. He had it coming. He had it coming.
No, we haven't. No, you can't sing. We haven't been paid.
the dance off was in the other game.
No, I've been trying to sell.
He's been trying to sell my singing voice
and dancing for 1,000 bits.
Okay, I can't dance for shit.
Okay, spreading rumors is an obvious thing.
Yeah, I want to spread rumors and see if I can sort of palm it off as being various different people. Like, I don't want to tell everybody it's the Spirit Wardens, because if it gets to the Spirit Wardens that everybody's being told it's them that did it, then they're going to get aggy. If it's one or two people saying it's them, and there's one or two people saying it's the Foghounds, and one or two people saying it's whoever,
you're just going to try and muddy the waters.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll see how well you do that. So in that case, it's we want to do. Yeah, so I guess you're rolling probably like sway, because it's just like a general kind of like persuasion type.
Okay. Oh god, I'm awful at sway. Okay, yeah.
Consort could also work.
Yeah, I mean, if it like
consort.
Yeah.
I'd rather do consort. Because that's sort of consort with connections from heritage, background, friends and rivals. So.
So what kind of friends do you have that you think you can chummy up with to get them to spread some rumours around? I've
got obviously old contacts at the university.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a noble in Brightstone, so perhaps talking about meeting up with some university contacts and spreading some gossip.
Yeah, because a lot of them would be nobility.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you can consort with like university peeps.
Yeah. So is it risky standard?
Yeah, we'll say it's risky standard. It's like you're kind of disgraced, aren't you, from the university? So there's
I'm not the disgraced one.
No, you're not the disgraced one.
I'm not disgraced. I left of free will because I knew that what I was studying would get me into trouble if I stayed.
Right.
So I kind of left before shit hit the fan.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm still on good terms with the university, but obviously they have no idea what I do.
Right.
Okay, so 0 bonus dice.
Yeah, zero bonus dice in this case.
Fuck.
Well. Yeah, so you reduce some heat, like by one. Reduce the heat by one.
Are you doing this, or should I reduce the heat by 1?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Ta-da.
Yeah, but the you showing your face around the university thing, like while you're not, you're on good terms, like people are kind of questioning like why you're around, what do you even know about this stuff, like people haven't seen you around in a while, like why, like you don't necessarily draw heat on yourself, but like you become like a topic of gossip just as much as the gossip that you're creating becomes a topic. Okay, so you did in Vice and reduce heat, did you? Or have you not done any Vice reduction yet?
I did Vice.
Yeah, okay, cool. So that's 2 down times. Okay, so I guess we're moving on to Gale Redtooth.
Usually he wouldn't be very mindful of heat. But then again,
He's become paranoid.
paranoia does some things to you. He will go to he'll be like scratching up some lyrics. He's trying to make like the catchiest song possible, and he's gonna go to taverns and he's gonna like spread rumors of that and via the song, and he's gonna try to make that stick. So I think that's probably trying to reduce the heat. So reducing heat is like controlled, right?
Yeah, I mean generally, yeah, unless you're doing something particularly risky. So.
So yeah, and 0 bonus dice. So bam.
Nice.
6.
Nice.
Damn it.
Yeah, you reduce heat by 3. So.
Do you want to reduce the heat by 3, or did you want us to do it?
I'll do it since I've got it open at the moment.
Okay, I've got it open as well.
There we go. Down to 3 heat.
And I'll try again.
Cool.
I guess you don't need to worry about your fucking vice or stress because it's already.
He broke himself.
You broke yourself. I suppose that is a good way of getting rid of stress, but I guess eventually
And
it
that's a
doesn't
5.
work.
Yeah, cool. So that drops it down to 2. Cool. So yeah, you got 1 heat left now. Which is,
What did we do with this guy though? What have we done with him?
well, you still got him, and that's a problem that you're gonna have to deal with. He's got no hand. He's down a hand. Did you pick up the hand? Like you
Well, I
can take
didn't.
that with you?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
We can send it
Cool.
to the family, going pay up, or else.
I mean that is an option. Yeah. I mean doing a ransom score is effectively a thing you can do. Obviously you've got to keep. Well, you don't have to keep him alive. You can deliberately kill him, but he is a massive risk factor. I mean, he's not going to be quiet. And, he's going to try and escape. He's
How? Just tell me how he's gonna try to escape.
yeah. I mean, he's not going to be good at it. He's not exactly a skilled thing. But the fact that he's
There's
attempting
like
stuff.
no chance he'll ever escape. Like
Yeah, I mean, you have him wrapped up, locked in, and
wrapped
lock him.
up, cuffed.
Yeah.
Well,
Manacles,
cuffs aren't any good
yeah.
because you just go.
Yeah.
No, because he's like one hand. Cuffed
One
up,
hand cuffed to
and
something else.
Then he's stuck on something.
Yeah.
We've got a funnel in his mouth, and that's how we feed him.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, you can, you could have cut out his tongue as you said, or you've gagged him so he can't yell, scream out, or
Like,
It's,
believe me, he does not want to try to escape.
yeah.
He'll
Fair.
have more memories to sell if he tries.
Yeah.
Especially now that Gale's paranoid. Like, he does not want to.
Yeah. So I mean, well, you have a potential source of memories now for your drug. So next time,
I'm gonna manufacture some.
Yeah. So in the last 20 minutes or so, is there anything we want to do free time wise? You've got back to your base. You've got this guy tied up.
By the way, I'm also going to I would like to spend a coin to do another action.
What was you doing?
Spend a coin to do another action. I would like to either try to. No, I can't. I was thinking of making him into a drug already, or starting to make him into a drug already, or maybe acquiring some spirit essence. But I wouldn't be the best for that. So I'll use my coin to train one playbook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his name's Aldo Bowmore of the Bowmores.
Aldo.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
ALDO.
Aldo. Aldo
A-L what? D-O?
Yeah. Aldo.
Is there an R?
No.
Aldo. That's it.
I'm just doing another accent. A bad one, but.
Aldo Bowmore, yeah.
Yeah.
What is he? Our prisoner.
Yes, he's your prisoner. He's also the eldest son of the Bowmore noble family. Yeah.
Who's basically a serial killer, but hey.
Yes. Yeah, I hear him straight up a serial killer. Yeah. Yes. There's no doubt about that.
His name's Hector now.
Yeah.
We could wrap it up there because we're going to have experience and stuff like that.
Yes, we need to do experience.
And then some of us probably could level up as well or whatever, and we can figure out how that works. We've only got 20 minutes, so it's not.
Yeah, let's quickly go through XP and stuff then. So shall we do the crew XP first?
Certainly.
Sure.
Okay, so at the end of each session, for each item, we mark 1 XP or 2 XP if you've done it multiple times. So, acquire product supply, execute clandestine or covert sales, secure new territory.
I mean, we kind of acquired product supply in the fact that we've got somebody to take the memories of.
Yes, if you're treating him as a supply, then sure.
I mean, he is a supply.
He's a supply.
And I mean, you've kind of got the promise of spirit essence from Ulf, but you haven't actually got it yet.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you could count that if you wanted to.
He's a part.
Yeah.
Well, we sold a load of shit on black market as well.
Yeah, but that's not really like your product, is it?
It says covert sales, but okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, just spending stuff just to make coin, like at the end of a score, is not really the same as like doing a specific like sale type.
All right.
At least in my opinion, but
Contend with challenges above our current situation.
Hell
we definitely did that
Twice.
Yeah, you did that twice. I mean, going up against Ulf is above your station, straight up, like, you know, facing off against him, and dealing with a person like the son of a council member
who was also a serial killer.
Yeah, is clearly above your station as well. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. You didn't do that because you
wanted to keep it hush.
You straight up kept things on the down low, both scores actually. So and then express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of your crew.
I think we did a little bit because there was the whole thing of Gail wanting to kill the guy and just kill him for the sake of killing him, and us saying no, we need him for the memories for the drug.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and your goals were to get stuff to do this drug, to get money to fund you doing this drug, and that's what you did. So I mean, I feel like you probably it's at least 1 XP. I mean, do you feel it counts for 2? Or?
I'd say 1.
Yeah. Fair enough. Cool. So that's 5 XP for the crew. Nice. Halfway to your next advancement.
Hell yeah.
We did a lot of fucking shit today, let's be honest.
Yes.
It was very productive.
Right, so I guess we'll start with Magpie on your XP stuff. So you've done all your desperate XP already. Cool. So did you address a challenge with stealth or evasion?
No.
I mean, you kind of did, if you count the stun rod to the nads.
Oh, right,
you know,
okay.
stealth under the table, like, you know, he didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we'll count that. So right. I guess we marked that in your playbook. So that puts you on
10.
Yeah,
That's
10. Nice.
Out.
Cool. So we'll do a advancement bit.
In a second.
Well, now, yeah, we can do it now if you want. Since
does XP carry over?
As we'll spend it now and then we'll advance it more. So yeah, effectively yes, but
so it's got rid of, and then what? I get to choose a new special ability. I assume that's what I get.
Yes, pretty much.
I'm going to go for ambush because that seems to make sense for the character.
Nice.
When you attack from hiding or spring a trap, you get +1 dice.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty useful. Nice. Cool. Cool. So did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Yes, at least twice.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely tried to put Ulf off the no, let's not go and kill a whole load of people. I mean, it didn't work out, but you tried.
Mhm.
Hey, it wasn't a load of people. It was just like one or two.
Yeah.
Express your beliefs,
Nobody died.
drives, heritage, or background. Well, yeah, again, the guy could have died from that final shock rod, but I didn't. I tried saving him.
Yeah, you resisted to save him. So yeah, definitely, I'd say that's you don't want to let people die. And it wasn't, you weren't even worried particularly about the crows, the Deathstalk crows, bringing spirit wardens on you. It was just because you don't want to let people die. So yeah, that makes sense. Did you struggle with any issues from your voice or traumas during the session?
I haven't got any traumas.
No.
And
your voice didn't cause you any issues.
It could.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly could do at some point, but I don't think it did this session. Yeah.
Would it not count by the fact that his voice built up to the point where he fled the scene?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe that's what you did for your voice. It's like because you reached maximum stress and you had you fled because of that, rather than. I mean, I guess it's up to you. I mean, do you feel like reaching maximum stress is basically a trigger for free voice XP?
No.
No, because then we could all just stress ourselves out.
Yeah, because I mean that's effectively what that is. If
You
we're
run the
saying
risk of getting trauma,
yeah.
and you have to exit the scene.
Yeah, I think that's enough. I think exiting the scene's enough. I'm not sure it counts for XP. It's just part of the standard rules, right? So.
Yep. I'm happy.
Cool.
I leveled
so that's
up.
2 XP and you got 2 XP left for next time. Nice. Cool. So, Raven, you've done all your desperate XP, right?
I didn't roll any desperates this time.
Oh, there we go then.
Yep.
So did you address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power?
There was the knowledge in the boats thing again.
Yeah, I mean, you were kind of coasting off doing it the last time though, so,
Yeah, so
I don't think we count that. You didn't really do anything particularly arcane.
no, I didn't do any arcane stuff. I do feel like I expressed my beliefs, though, and that I didn't want to leave the girl behind. I wanted to make sure that she got a proper burial.
Speaking of which, since you got that body as well, you've got 2 potential ghosts on your hands.
Yeah, but again, it's part of. although it's she's potentially money. It's due to the circumstances that she was put through, I want to respect her. And also, I don't know if anybody will want the memories of a prostitute that's been abused, particularly.
Don't underestimate the niche. That guy we just kidnapped, Hector was his name. Hector would pay a lot for that.
Probably.
If you could.
But yeah, you wanted to sort of, protect the girl, I think. So that makes that makes sense. Yeah, I'd mark an XP off of that.
And then I wasn't involved in the elf one.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that one.
Sorry.
Any issues
all right.
with vice or traumas? I don't think so.
No.
Cool. Right. So now it's Redtooth. So you've done all your desperates already, right? We got all the Gale Redtooth's desperate XP done already, right? So
we're talking to Fox, right?
No, we're talking to you.
Oh, that's yes, I did. It was one on resolve and one on powers.
Cool. So address challenge with violence or coercion. Yes, you did.
Every time.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I believe I did that a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
The callousness of being a soldier who's done especially brutal things and is kind of jaded from that.
Yeah.
also the willingness to commit violence and everything, because that's all he knows: coercion and violence.
And it's also playing the Scotland family card as well. Yeah, I'd say you definitely 2 XP for that.
All right, leveled up. And
Nice.
he struggled with issues from vice or traumas during the session. I believe I did.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you gained a trauma for a start, so I'd say that causes an issue. But also the vice purveyor relationship has become slightly strained now that she knows that investigators are getting involved. I mean, you've done stuff, you're still friends. You gained that, but there's some tension there that potentially might cause you to get cut off in the future. So I'm thinking things get
also I decided I was so willing to pay her off because I was kind of afraid she'd rat on me.
Yeah.
Also, Gel does not deal with heat.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all he did this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say you get some XP for that.
From training and vicing, which is what he's done before, to almost exclusively going for heat, and some other changes in what he'd do. Like, for example, I would have taken the rep if not for the fact that I would have voted to take the rep and the heat, if not for the fact that he became paranoid.
Yeah. Cool. So I guess So I mean, I'd say you get an XP for that.
1 or 2.
I mean, what do you feel? Do you feel it wants to?
I don't want to exploit it too badly, so I'll go for 1 instead of 2. So I think it could go for 2, but since it's the first one, let's take it easy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Right, so I guess what special ability are you going to go for?
I'm not sure. Let me check all the other ones. It doesn't seem like we need Ghost Fighter.
No, I mean, you might need it. Well, it sounds like you're going to start dealing with ghosts soon, but
Battleborn for now. I think I can.
Yeah.
Because we've got 2 whispers, so I'll go for Battleborn now, and then either Ghost Fighter or Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Maybe Mule to carry all those wrecking tools.
Yeah.
That we're gonna need later.
Cool.
So yeah.
Cool, and we're done.
Yay.
Yeah, that turns out. That went to some pretty dark places, but you came out with some pretty good stuff at the end of it. I ended up pretty well. I will tell you now, there's going to be some nasty clocks kicked off.
God.
So straight up, there's going to be investigators find evidence, find evidence tying it to the Talons in some way.
Is there a way we could influence that clock?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Put out the fact that he was a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, there's definitely things you can do. I mean, you're aware that these things are happening because, as I said, the vice purveyor kind of clued you in that she'd heard that there's the investigators going to get involved. Basically, when he paid off the blue coats, they paid her a visit and basically just to kind of make it look like they'd done their jobs, but she overheard them basically talking doesn't fucking matter. I mean, we're this is going upstairs, type thing. Mm-hmm. So the other thing is that the Bowmores are going to be looking for their son. There's going to be a manhunt to try and find their missing son. And they have a considerable amount of resources.
But they don't have clairvoyance.
No, but they probably know how to hire whispers and stuff
Yes, they do, which is close enough.
Let me counter whisper them.
True, yeah.
I'll counter whisper them. Just aggressively, just go away.
Yeah.
So free.
That's how it works. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
That is exactly how it works.
True.
Go away!
Yeah.
Go away! It
You don't
definitely
want
wasn't
you, do you?
us!
I mean, the other things that there's going to be, like, basically, assuming you're spending 0 coin on maintaining him being alive, then there's a clock for him just dying because you're not feeding him properly.
I know we
and
said
stuff like
we've got a
Um,
funnel down his throat.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but you have to spend money to do this. Like, you
Oh.
know, you can kind of feed yourselves and stuff for free, but like when we start, like, you know, when you're having to support other people, then that's going to start costing you, like, you know, like 1 coin basically, type of thing.
Nah. There's some masochists out there that would pay.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, what's happened in this session is just completely different to what's happened in any other sessions. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I
We
just
got
have
to
one
do.
thing.
We got what two scores out of it rather than just one, and then we've got a third one that we got to do, which is going to be great.
And it wasn't my fault things got violent, surprisingly.
Hmm.
Or so violent.
Yes.
It was the NPCs. Blah, blah, blah.
So yeah, so what we need to do, we need to stop that. So to get that investigation thing perhaps to end, we need to somehow like get evidence that he was a sexual basically whatever. Not really a serial. Basically, he's not worth. If they investigate it, then they're gonna. So we need it so that if they do, what do you know what I mean? Does that make it?
Yeah.
Basically, we need it. We don't have to make shit up. We just need to unbury it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of freaking clocks.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
Like the least worst one is the Railjack's right for a union.
Yeah, speaking of which, I need to tick some of these other clocks up.
Oh,
where,
no.
Things you haven't done stuff to stop them, and like things are happening in the background. So,
By the way, I volunteer for one of the demonic chests. My character is very vulnerable right now.
yeah, I mean, you pawned all of those off. Yeah, so
Who's this Aldo person?
this is the person you stole.
His
You
name
kidnapped.
is
Yeah,
Hector.
yeah.
Who's Roland? What?
He's your magistrates person.
Oh, okay. Is it
Um,
just me or had the clocks next to those disappeared?
No, they're there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just me.
Yeah, it's just you. You can see on the, or you, it depends if you're watching. You can see them.
Yeah.
So that the Beaumont Moors haven't started yet because the investigation's still ongoing. So you've not really drawn a lot of heat down on yourselves because you've been 0 rep for a while. But that's going to make you seem a little bit weak. So the Foghounds are probably going to start getting a bit ballsy.
Oh God, we're gonna have to teach them a lesson.
That Wyatt's coming up and coming. The Bluecoats, especially now that you've leaned heavily on your friends and it's caused, you know, issues. Like the need for that to happen is definitely. In fact, I'd say it's probably closer to 3.
Okay.
And these chests have been out in the wild for a little while now, so we'll bump that up again.
Well, oh yeah.
The ones that you pawned off from your last heist, so
Yeah.
to get that coin.
What they do.
But otherwise, I think that's where we are with clocks. So, yeah, you've got your memory jog synthesized. The spirit wardens haven't been involved yet. There's not really been a lot of killings or anything involved, so they're not trying to do anything. And you've not done any rep stuff, so you've not really attracted any attention in that area so far. But yeah, the red sashes are going to be out to get some revenge. The crows, I mean, you effectively did them a favor, even if you kind of fucked them over. So they're potentially, you know, while they don't like you, like potentially they'll cut you some slack at some point in the future, if as long as that clock gets worked on, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
It might be worth going through all the clocks at the beginning of the next session, just bring everyone up to speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'll also adjust some factions
Oh,
that have been
okay.
happening. So, I mean, the council don't know you're involved yet, so I'm not going to change that. The citizenry of Silkshore are probably going to be more favourable towards you now. Like, you know, even though it's been kept on a down low, there's going to be, like, people are going to know that, you know, you were friends with the madam of this Silkshore brothel, and now this notorious, like, meat grinder that people have been sent to isn't happening anymore. People are
I've
probably
also
going to...
done the thing with the songs.
Yes, and that too, yeah. So...
Is there like a clock for my songs going viral?
Yeah. Right. One of the ones that it's not necessarily in effect yet, but it's probably going to come into effect soon, is that one. The Church of the Ecstasy of the Flesh.
Is this in faction?
Yeah, this is in the faction spreadsheet.
Yeah, I can't see it at the moment.
Other than that, what else have we got involved? I think, yes, Ulf. So you had, I mean, you were basically neutral with him. Then you kind of pissed him off, but then also have, like, got him into doing a really big score. So he's kind of positive towards you guys at the moment, but that's right on the knife edge. Like, that can turn at any moment, I think. So,
yeah,
we'll see what happens with the whole attacking the bluecoats. And speaking of which, the bluecoats, they've been put in a... Yeah, I'd say that's probably going to drop down to... They were positive about you, but it's going to go to neutral, I think.
Okay.
Just with the stuff that's been happening. Brightstone, they don't know that you're involved yet, so I think the Brightstone citizenry are okay. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. The inspectors, of course. I'd forgotten about them. Like, they don't know you're involved either yet, but
I mean, if we can,
I'll make a note.
I mean, if we can somehow get, like, the information that this guy was a serial killer to the investigators, we might even end up favourable in the investigators' eyes. Mm-hmm. Because we've done them a job. We've done them a fucking favour.
The other part, though, is that he's just murdering commoners. Who cares?
Oh, okay.
there is a certain amount of that involved. I mean, he's a powerful noble. Yeah, the stuff he's doing is horrendous and illegal by generally any stretch, but also it's not worth making a fuss over. It's not worth upsetting the balance of power over. But
these are the investigators, though. That's how the blue coats would react.
That's true. The investigators are definitely, like, they're not going to be corrupted. Like, nobody's going to stop them from pursuing this. But getting him before a magistrate is where their job ends, sort of thing. So, if a magistrate decides to, not really pass any particular harsh judgment, then fair be it, type thing. It's like they did their job. And in turn, obviously they know kind of what they believe he should be sentenced to. So if the magistrate doesn't sentence something, they'll probably investigate the magistrate, to be fair. So that's, so yeah, I mean, there's getting it known, like, what he is,
yeah,
and what he's done, will certainly, like, go some way towards getting the investigators, if not off your trail, at least on another trail that is, so they're not entirely focused on you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool. Well, I think we're done, aren't we?
Yeah. Exactly. took us about 20 minutes to do that.
Cool. Yeah, it turned out quite well.
Yeah. Well timed and everything.
All right, so should we go around the table, get you all to like shout yourselves out? We'll start with Monty.
Yep. You can find me on Twitter. Is where I tend to post most things. I've also published some stuff on Numenera. If you want to check that out. Otherwise, that's it really. Over to you.
Fox.
Hi, I'm Fox. You can follow me on Twitch at FoxCrowFalls, as you can just see just under my name there, or by the link that James has just handily put in chat. I haven't streamed for a while, but I'm heading back to university next week and should be streaming a lot more from then on.
Hi, I go by Keyshaw on Twitter, Keyshaw5, and I go by Maximalian V at Twitch. So it's the only thing I do for now. I'll upload some stuff later, I guess.
Right, brilliant. And don't forget, guys, check out all my social media. Don't forget to join our Discord, which will be in the box. You'll see it in chat. Our link to Discord and Twitter and Facebook and the YouTube channel, or to Twitch, depending on which way you watch. Wherever you're watching it, if you're watching on Twitch, there will be a link to YouTube. If it's on YouTube, there will be links to the Twitch channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That would be most appreciated. I'll do it at the end because I hate video. Do you not hate videos where they go like and subscribe before you've even seen the content, and then you watch the content and you go, why would I want to like and subscribe to this garbage?
Yes,
Anyway,
nobody wants 20 minutes of blah 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 stuff.
Don't forget, if you're feeling particularly generous, don't forget to subscribe to my Twitch channel if you want to help support the Chambers of Roleplay. It's not going to stop, but just help. Every little helps, basically. Helps with the cost of how much it costs me a month to do all this stuff. And it's just very pleasant of you. And obviously, give me a follow on Twitch as well, which is probably the most important thing. And yes, that will do for week 3. I believe we're on.
Yeah, week 3.
I think so.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's week 3. We've already done a heck of a lot.
Also, you can pay those 20 coins in donations and we'll blow up the blue coats for you.
But yeah, so
And don't forget, you can pay 1,000 bits and I'll sing.
and dance
I'm not dancing.
and dance. But yeah, so this will be so. Thank you all for watching on YouTube. We'll see you all next week.